fully rusted metal Batman.
Huh?
The ground, it's all metal. It's full of holes, you know? Holy.
Oh.
Oh, and welcome to my favorite. You already saw my favorite moment from Joel Schumacher's Legacy. We are lagging. Awesome. Super fun. I'm just going to get rid of that. Actually, I'm not. No, do not autoplay the next video.
Nothing.
Do not autoplay anything,
No.
Verizon.
I will cancel my phone subscription.
I'll just cancel you. I'm going to bring that back, though, because we might play it 8,000 more times.
Huh?
Oh, shit. What's happening? What am I doing? What is wrong with me? I'm such an amateur today. God. All right. Oh, shit. I actually wanted that tab. What's up, chat, internet, world? Take a week off of streaming. This is what happens. You forget how to do it.
And I look like a mountain man.
Greg Kirby says, cancel you. I agree. What's up, Movie Blocks Production? Shadzar. Beth is here. And Toxic Masculinity says, did you get it? I don't know, Toxic Masculinity. Is this what you're referring to? Is this what you're referring to? Because, yeah, I got it. And we will open it in just a moment since you're here. I'm glad you are here, and I'm glad you're able to stick around so late for us.
Sorry about that, folks. It went a little long.
Flaming TP is here. Oh, nice. He's got a new name for our friend, for our good friend Sean Firefart. What did he say? Go all caps or go home is here. So there you go. What's up, Sean Firefart? There's his all caps and all that.
Things to do in Denver when you're Jeff.
Old School Lou is here. The James Baker. We got Flaming TP, Beth, all you wonderful peoples. If I missed you, hi. I love you anyway. You're still here and you're still great. And Sandy Miss High School Football rules. Thanks, Ted White.
Hi, Al Bundy.
And yes, it started, Shadzar. It has begun. We'll just do this. It has begun. We are here tonight to celebrate the life and legacy of Joel Schumacher. So if you are here and you like Joel Schumacher, great. And if you don't, too bad. Either way, first things first, guys. F in the chat to pay your respects to the late, great Joel Schumacher. Also, F in the chat for Ian Holm, who passed away just the day before.
Oh, yeah. Bilbo, right?
Bilbo Baggins, Ash from Alien,
the priest from the Fifth Element.
There you go. Tons of myriad works in and out of the UK. Just a fantastic dude. It just always gave me the warm and fuzzies because he's Bilbo. Bilbo.
Oh, guess what? Jim Carrey.
Bilbo Baggins. Aw.
That's pretty respectable.
Oh yay, Jim Carrey. Go you, dude. Have you ever heard that song?
Oh, by Leonard Nimoy?
Yeah.
Bilbo. Yeah, I've never.
Bilbo Baggins.
I knew that song before I ever read The Hobbit.
That's interesting.
That's why my opinion of a lot of that stuff was colored a certain way, because I'm like, this is lame.
This is weird. Well, that was lame. Okay, Leonard Nimoy's tribute to one of the greatest, heroes in a small package. Definitely, you knew it was a miss when there was a bassoon solo. Let's put it that way.
Is that your, like, I have this thing on our channel, Where Does It Shit the Bed? It's a game we play.
The bassoon solo.
So the bassoon is in music where it shits the bed for you?
Most of the time.
Because, like, in the song Sweet Child of Mine, when the guitar starts is when the song shits the bed for me. Doo-doo, shits the bed.
I still don't understand why you hate that song so much. I love that song.
If that song was a person, it'd be the first person I ever punch in the face.
I've already punched someone in the face. Actually, I punched several someone's
Most
in the
people
face.
are really afraid of me, so they don't start shows.
I mean, the first one was in gym class. The first time I can distinctly remember giving someone a really good hard sock in the face was in gym class. And that was because he threw a ball at my head on purpose. And I hated him. So those two things in conjunction seemed like a good reason.
I don't want people to hurt your head.
I don't want people to hurt
I'll
my
protect
head.
your head.
Oh, thank you. Oh, also, guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you press the like button. We thrive on impressions. The only other time was when somebody hit me in the face first, and I punched him back twice as hard because that's all right. Thank you for the Fs for our late great people.
Ian Helm.
Oh, Elijah Wood's tribute. Farewell, Uncle. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Fractal Felgergarb, the Hobbit cartoon is my jam.
Watch it soon.
I'm so down. Anytime you want. It's like not even an hour and a half. So
maybe that's
tonight. I'll say tonight.
I mean, there's one way you could get me to watch it tonight.
Yeah.
It's nothing gross or weird. I'll just tell you off air.
Okay. Anthony Shelley says, I'm in a constant state of pain. # Doomer Life.
What's Doomer Life?
I don't know, but
Game?
I'm sad.
Sorry.
Maybe. I don't know why, but we were sad for Anthony Scioli because we do like him very much. We think he is a stand-up guy. Shit, but I love Leonard Nimoy. Yeah, that Double Baggins song is pretty shit. Okay, so
Although I do love Leonard Nimoy as well. When he died, I was bummed.
I was bummed about that too. The next thing I will ask from you guys, share, because obviously your favorite Joel Schumacher film is Batman Forever, and your least favorite one is Batman and Robin, understandably. So share both your favorite Batman Forever moments. You've already seen mine. If you were watching at the beginning. So share your favorite Batman Forever moments, and then also share your least favorite Batman and Robin moments. And if you want to share any, Lost Boys memories, you can do that.
Joel Schumacher has no input on this. I thought my little Batman from the animated series should join us for the stream.
We should hang out. Hang out somewhere.
Batman.
Here we go. Right? If he gets...
Like, I know you didn't. You're obviously Jewish, but in like Catholic dances, they leave room for Jesus as a joke.
Leave room for Batman.
Leave room for Batman on this stream.
That's
how we
do.
Block him.
There was always like one religious chaperone at our dances who would say leave room for Jesus.
God, I haven't touched this thing in months. Look at the dust build up in our apartment.
It's a dusty place. We live in the desert, basically.
You should see the dust in the house back home. I'm worried my Michael Keaton Batman doll has been left out for the elements, aka my bedroom, and he might be dead.
Oh no!
That was
Michael Keaton died.
I think it was worth $500. I'd be pissed.
That would be terrible. So Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's just your favorite part. Least favorite Batman and Robin moment was Alicia Silverstone.
Uncle Alfred.
Shout out to the saxophone player in Lost Boys.
How dumb?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you say?
Sure. I was just reading.
No, it's fine.
Moments.
I was going to address the Alicia Silverstone moment.
Yeah.
How dumb is the password is Peg?
I don't like. Tommy Lee Jones. Hey, Two-Face, how do you punch a guy? Show me how to punch a guy.
Ball of your fist, reach your back, and let it have it, or whatever he says. Follow through.
Ow!
John Favreau's in that fucking scene.
He is. As corny as it. Oh, I love it. You sunk my battleship. I love it.
I like all the stupid moments.
Oh, I love this. And if you guys are into Batman Forever, any of the Batmans, I encourage you to check out the Batminute podcast. I have been on. I have been a guest for all three so far. They've covered. They've finished Batman 89. They have finished Batman. They did Batminute 89. Batminute Returns. Batminute Forever. Etc. Etc. So, yeah, come go check it out on where podcasts are found. It's called Batminute. It's awesome. The hosts are from the UK, so their voices are very pleasing. And I will be on it. My Forever episodes haven't come out just yet, but they will, and it's great.
It was fun when you recorded that.
It was so fun. If you're into that, it's just two guys who love Batman with awesome guests who also love Batman, talking through the films 1 minute at a time. So there's tons of episodes where they cover every little detail of these films. So if you super geek out for Batman, Batminute podcast, it's great. They have a website now. I should just pull it up and post it, right?
While you're pulling that, I'll talk about my favorite and least favorite moments. But favorite, I do like the part where he's like, when they figure out the riddles. I think that's a cool scene. I almost actually made a mistake. I almost attributed one of my favorite parts of Batman Begins to Batman Forever.
I would have killed you.
It's not who I am that defines, or it's not who I am that matters underneath, but what I do that defines it, or something like that.
The big cathartic moment in Forever is not a friend, partner.
Anyway, does Val Kilmer ever say "I'm Batman" in that movie?
I don't actually. No, yes, because he says, well, he doesn't specifically just say I am Batman. He says I am both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Yeah. I think that might be the closest. Well, no, when he stands up, when he tries to reveal himself to the
Harvey, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
That's my least favorite part. There is somebody close.
Hears him. Somebody hears him.
It's the police guy, not police. It's not Chief or Commissioner Gordon. It's another guy. It's like the chief of police. That black dude in the uniform.
Yeah. Also, what's her face is standing right next to him at that point too. So.
Well, I like to think that at the end of the movie, after they plowed, she realized that the Batman dick and the Bruce Wayne dick are the same dick.
Well, she found out beforehand.
It's like when Mary Jane kisses Spider-Man in the first movie, and then they kiss in the second one. She has that realization, or at the end of the first one, she has that realization. Which
to me is dumb, because I have kissed a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure that I would not just be like, "Oh yes, this," unless it was like the only person she's ever kissed. I don't know, or was the best kiss ever.
You'll never forget mine.
I'm also never going to kiss any other lips. So
that's true,
except for pancakes.
That's acceptable.
I want to give him a smooch on the face.
He doesn't even have like real lips though. He's got like
I went to give him a smooch on the face, and I actually smooched his lips earlier. So
Aw.
you sort of just made out with your pancake.
That's
All right. Well, toxic masculinity. I saw him earlier in the chat, so I know he's here. I hope he's still here because he said, "Did we get it?" And that was right when we started. So I know he's here. So we'll keep reading your favorite moments, your least favorite moments, and that's like my first. So yes, but in the meantime, we did receive something lovely from toxic masculinity. I'm a little bit afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just being careful to not actually.
She
dox
said
our
this
friend.
today at the post office. She's like, I'm worried about
I was
this.
like, I'm a little concerned. He's a really great listener, but he's also has a really interesting perspective to share sometimes.
About life in general.
Ooh, okay. Stratos Radio Blue says, best song from the Hobbit cartoons will always be When There's a Whip, There's a Way. Favorite moment from Band R will always be, from Batman and Robin. B and R, got it. Will always be the Ice Age. Oh, God. I was talking about because we did just thrown it on the other day because it was there and it's not going to be there much longer, and that's really okay with me.
We should finish it.
I guess. But we should start it over because I didn't get to actually watch the intro, which is maybe one of the only solid
Let's put it
parts
back
of
on
the
after
film.
this. Because we look at Batman Forever is our couple movie.
For Joel.
Yeah, let's watch
We'll do
his
it for
work.
Joel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so because I was just, what was it? What was I saying? Is that he looked more like a Borg, like this weird Borg thing, and just to have his regular voice come, it just was really unsettling to me.
Could I just give a mention to Sean in the chat? Because he remembers one of the deepest cuts of the channel ever. Bat Dong.
That was, you have that song?
You've never heard Bat Dong? So what I did is I took the, for Good Morning Pop Culture, when I put it on StreamYard, or the other streaming platform, it would do the song Batman, but I would use the Danny DeVito clip from It's Always Sunny going dong, so go, Bat Dong, like that. And it was great. I have to pull it up for you.
You're a special snowflake.
Hey, if somebody is talking about it years later, it worked.
Well, thank you for that super chat, Stratus Radio Blues. Was that from the Hobbit? That was from the Lord of the Rings cartoons, the ones for the actual Lord of the Rings movies. Because I haven't seen those. I don't remember those from the Hobbit one. My favorite one from the Hobbit ones, and this is also like I did not. The one song I actually thought they did a nice version of the story, the Forever Misty Mountains Cold in the newer Hobbit movies. So that's one of the things is when you read Tolkien, he writes these little poem songs. Obviously, there's no melody in them; they're just written. But he writes. His lore is so rich. He's all these little cute songs and jingles and things and stuff. And so one of the greatest joys for me in the animated Hobbit is seeing the way those come to life because I love the way they do them. They add when they write. It's a very like 80s feel good adventure song.
From the 70s,
which is cute. Was it from the 70s or whatever it was? It's an old sounding like folk. It sounds like they hired the person who wrote the Puff the Magic Dragon theme to not be stoned and write this thing.
You know there wasn't a single folk song produced in the 1980s, correct?
That is probably true.
I just made that up. I don't know.
Honestly, that's probably true. That's when they're trying to think. I gotta watch those. I know they're not as good as how they're made by different people, but I do want to watch those. No worries, Stratus Radio Blues. I want. Oh, Midnight's Edge knows the song I'm talking about. The greatest adventure is what lies ahead. We watched that movie. Fucking. Tom, you'll appreciate this since you know the song. We watched that movie. 77, same year as Star Wars. How about that? I never knew. Because Hadass and I watched that movie like the day or two before we hiked Whitney, and that song was stuck in my head right before we went on the hike, and it was just so special. I was so excited. Yeah, so that was Bakshi did Lord of the Rings, not Rankin Bass. I knew it was different people did the different ones. Oh, Beth, I agree with you. Puff the Magic Dragon is really deep. We actually just had it on. Yeah, I put it on the other day. Just over the weekend, we were just vegging out and going to space and watching some stuff, and they're on Puff.
Whoa. Never mind. I was going to try to just forget it.
Okay.
It would have been funny.
Okay. Trust you. But my favorite song, 50 Years for, oh my God, Midnight's Edge. That's awesome. I would have paid that for that too. I actually should just get that soundtrack. My favorite one is an actual adaptation of music that he's written is the trolls or the goblins the goblins are chasing them on Ward.
Are they going to Isengard?
They're not going to Isengard.
Guard.
But it's you'll hear it when you hear it. It's a really cool song. 15 birds in 5 fruit trees. Their feathers were fanned by a fiery breeze.
I'm willing to give this shit a shot. I'm not like I can see how
it.
happy and excited you are, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
Beth, it is. You're so right, and it's so sad. Watch movie Wizards with Avatar and his gang fighting Dark Wolf. Okay, that sounds like fun, Shadzar. Thank you. Anyway, no more stalling. First of all, there's mass destruction
You know what I would
for the
love
cats.
is if it was nothing but packing peanuts.
I would also love that, but
There's something in there.
alas. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what it's gonna be. It's definitely something with a mount with things for hanging it. Try not to make a crazy mess.
Okay, that's the back.
Is it a poop? It's a poop!
Ah!
It's a poop! It's a poop for it's a poop rack!
We gotta put that in the bathroom.
Oh my god, we have to! What are we gonna hang on it? Oh
Loofahs?
god. We can hang it in the, look at it. Oh my god. It appears to be a handcrafted poop.
Folks, send us your poop. P.O. Box, whatever, California, whatever.
Look at this. This is a handmade piece.
Of shit.
I don't feel bad saying that. But you got it's a little poop, and it's got hangers so we can hang stuff on it.
I feel like I should put this in the
shelf.
clusters.
Actually, this is great. This would be great for the bathroom. It's a little throw toothbrush thing on it.
Yeah.
Right. We can hang something. I'm sure we'll find something to hang on it. Washcloths, whatever. Stuff, dead bodies.
Poop fountain.
I can put this. I have the fluids that hang up there. I'll just hang the fluids. One of my cats has a bladder issue, so he needs to get fluids every. A poop TP holder. Ha!
Perfect. I wouldn't be upset if.
Oh! Look, it's very specific. Actually, this is not just any old flat piece of wood. Look what he said. Shit in a pancake.
Oh!
Hello, Shit-pancake. You're now represented in poop, in wooden poop.
He's over here licking his paws with shit pancake.
Cool. The
Shit
last,
pancake.
and this is this is. No offense to whoever made Jar Jar frozen in carbonite, but this is probably the coolest handcrafted thing that I have received. Although Rosetta did make me those really cool beaded things and stuff. But
Somebody made. Oh, you did show me that handmade Jar Jar.
Yeah,
You know they
cool?
made Hasbro made one a couple of years ago. You had to buy a special pack of all these figures, but people hated Jar Jar, so they made a frozen Jar Jar in carbonite.
Awesome. This what you've seen mine. This mine is definitely
Because it's got the flat back.
hand packed, which is cool. You want to put that somewhere, so
Yeah,
throw it. Of course, the cats.
Actually, what
want
I'm
to
gonna
do
do
it.
is this. Hold on.
This is so cool. Thank you, Toxic Masculinity. And it's so thoughtful and it's so funny. Miss Frozen Nuggets is totally on board now. It's a shit pancake! It's for shit pancake to perch on. Oh my god, we'll have to fasten this.
It's his own surface.
It's his own surface. Actually, I don't even think I'll need to do anything because he put a nice little look at the bracket he put on the back.
Oh, perfect.
I should just be able to put this right over the hook that's already there. Brilliant. And we can put this up tonight. I'm excited. We'll have our poop in the bathroom. Oh, shit pancake! And shit pancake will probably try
How's that look?
to climb on. Oh, this looks cat
I
safe.
just don't really. After all the cleaning we did, I don't want that.
This is so cool. I mean, look at that. That's like good woodwork though, and you've varnished it yourself, I guess.
Cool.
Put Batman on it for now. Here, let's see if we can prop this.
That's okay.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you
just gonna throw
hit
my
Jane.
light onto Jane. Jane, I love how Jane is so apprehensive about new people. A light falls on him. He jumps a little and goes, "Oh, what's that?" And new people, he's like, "I must hide in the kitchen under the sink and scout you out, even though you have shown me no threat whatsoever." Light falls, hits him. Like he gets accosted by light. He just looks at the light like it offended him.
Hi, Lando.
Lando, that's not for you. It's not a dildo. So Lando's new nickname is Dildo Cat because he sucks. Just shit on the shit pancake because we got to have somewhere to put our leftover food. Press the poop button. All yes. Let's get some in honor of this beautiful piece of craftsmanship.
Craftsmanship.
It's a shit pancake, so you can place your keys on it. Perfect. We could actually we could use that on
Shit pancakes. Actually, you're here smelling it right
He's
now.
smelling it. He approves. Shit pancake approves.
Goodbye, Dildo Cat.
I actually kind of like that actually though because I do have a thing hanging up on the wall in our bathroom because the cat that needs fluids every week and this is actually the perfect thing. I might use it for that. It fits our color scheme for the out here though, so if we decided to throw it up there for keys, it certainly is I
mean, I'm fully in support of anything shit pancake related.
I'm all about it. He has his own merch now.
Masculinity.
There, he only just has a channel. We haven't even put up any content for him yet. We are going to make a channel for Shit Pancake. We decided it's official. I think I've talked about this. He has social media now, guys, so you can go follow Shit Pancake on Twitter, and you can go subscribe to him on YouTube.
I love the life we live right now.
And he has no content up yet, but you can go follow him on Twitter. He has put up his first post. He's at Shit Pancake, and there you go. So the shit color theme. Yes, our home is shit color. Is our color scheme in our home is shit.
Yeah, brown carpet, brown,
just brown.
Brown.
Various
Brown, flush it
shades
down.
of brown, edging towards dark, but with some definite things.
Am I one of your?
I love it.
Of brown?
Yes, you're
the best shade.
the second only to the carpet in terms of lightness.
That's true.
I love it. Tyson, I can't believe this is so cool. You sat down and made this and thought about our little shit cake and loved him as much as we did in the moments that you poured into crafting this. It makes me so happy. No, cake.
Hello.
Hello. Oh my God, we should print out his face. We should tape it to here and then it's right hello on the bottom. So just hello. Oh my God, we have to do that. We're doing that
I'll
now.
design it in Photoshop.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Hashtag shades of shit. That's our color. That's color scheme for IHOSP. I mean, it stands to reason that we should have a shit pancake themed wall hanger and have a channel and whatnot in the International House of Shit Pancake.
Oh, never mind. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, Freckle Felgerharb, there will be shit pancake t-shirts sooner rather than later. Don't you worry. But you can go subscribe to our little boy at Shit Pancake. At Shit Pancake. Yeah, Shit Pancake, follow me. I don't know what that means. I don't know where you're following me to. There's not a lot of room in here.
Say hi to Shit Pancake. Say
hello. Everyone just come say hello. No, we're not sure where you're following me to. You can't really fit in here. And Mom and Dad didn't say you can come over, so I'm not sure where you're following me, but I guess follow me somewhere. And if you're ready to hear that voice forever, go follow Shit Pancake.
If you would like to live the life I live, follow Shit Pancake.
Hooray! Hooray for me! He's the cutest little dwarf boy.
Hello.
Hello. Here, we'll share the link in case it's difficult. He's got one little follower, and it's me. It's me. Did you follow Shit Pancake? Why did you follow Shit Pancake? Yeah. No, we were always gonna. I'm not gonna do it the other way around. I don't mind putting it out here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
that's not gonna do it the other way around.
Of course, I love Shit Pancake.
You gotta follow Shit Pancake. I followed him. Yes. So that's the fun thing that you guys know. You guys are the first in the know. You will not see my face on Shit Pancake's channel. You will not see my name really pop up anywhere. Jeff is Papa. And
Papa.
But this is sort of a fun endeavor. Obviously, we'll talk about it with you guys and share it with you guys, but we're not going to promote ourselves on Shit Pancake's channel. He's going to be a totally separate, fun project, apolitical, something everyone can enjoy. Did you you got to go at. Just go at. Oh, Beth is permanently banned from Twitter. Wow. There you go. So, I got some really lovely Batman Forever moments. I did not get a whole lot of terrible Batman and Robin moments. So, oh God, Flaming TV. When telling Jessie a secret, whisper it into the back of her neck. Hashtag Jeff Tips.
Yeah, she actually has a third ear and
true.
another vagina back here. It's my favorite. Gives going in the back door a whole new meaning. Oh, stop giving him the hoe charger face.
Greg Kirby, why am I excited for Friday? Are you going to be back on Twitter? Or is there something else exciting happening on Friday? But anyway, Ventrex, it is really easy to get banned. All you have to do is go someplace, find a conversation where you know that social justice warriors already are, and say something that could vaguely be construed as being offensive. And once you do that, you'll get banned. It's great. It's so much fun. I got banned on Twitter because somebody else was accusing me of being a Holocaust denier, which is hilarious because I'm Jewish. It was funny. Oh, Sean knows what's up.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
This song came on when we were in the pool today.
It did. We were very excited.
We were pumped.
It's not a song we like. It is not our song.
Kiss from a Rose is, though.
Kiss from a Rose is our song. It is our second favorite song from Batman Forever. But yeah, if you want to keep dropping in your whatchamacallit?
Favorite moments
from Forever. I know, he's just chilling. Favorite moments from Forever, and least favorite from Batman and Robin. Go ahead.
So I didn't get to list my least favorite from Batman and Robin.
Oh, what's your least favorite?
The entire movie.
I was going to say the same thing. You stole mine. That was
honestly
mine.
The subplot of Alfred being sick is stupid. The Gregor syndrome.
It just adds nothing.
I hated Elle McPherson's Bruce Wayne girlfriend.
Yeah, I really don't like
did
her.
not like.
Also felt really useless.
And as much as I think she's an alright actress, I hate Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
That she might.
She's not the Riddler. They tried to make her the Riddler.
I was gonna say she might be my least favorite part, but it's hard to like. Mr. Freeze is definitely the worst part, but it's also like the ridiculousness of it brings enough levity and humor in that you can be like, okay, as stupid as this is, I can laugh at it a little bit. So she might be the worst for me just in general. Well, it's hard to say because I feel like the love interest adds nothing to the movie.
Yeah, I think
she might be my least favorite part just because she adds nothing.
Mr. Freeze's plot too, to freeze Gotham, and they have to get that. Remember, they get the fucking ice armor, bat suits. They're like silver, and they all have the matching team suits.
Those. I mean, honestly, for me, you could pick any of the puns too, because fuck puns.
Bane did look dumb.
Yeah. But
Pancake, stop.
Uma and Bane, it's just too much. As someone pointed out earlier, that yes, true, which is such a great thing to come out of it too, because apparently Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey absolutely hated working with each other, because Tommy Lee Jones thinks of himself as this, very serious professional, and Jim Carrey's all about the goof factor. Tommy, it actually reminds me them together on that kind of reminds me of when you did some of the interviews after the first Avengers movie, and they asked Tom Hiddleston, they were like, how much did you guys ad-lib? And Tom Hiddleston was like, we were very respectful of the script. We thought it was a great script and we wanted to do it justice, so we strayed from it very little. We pretty much stuck to it as it was written. They asked Robert Downey Jr. the same question. He's like, yeah, I made up half my lines. It's great. So that dichotomy did not. This might be my actually least favorite pun in the movie.
Nice to meet you.
It's just like, oh, it's so
cool off, good boy. Do you know why?
Let's kick some ice.
Do you know why Tommy Lee Jones thinks of himself as a serious professional?
I don't know, because those Japanese commercials really speak otherwise.
Well, I was going to say because he was roommates with Al Gore at Harvard. But...
Oh, well, very serious. Al Gore definitely takes himself very seriously.
I don't know. Al Gore knows how to party.
Does he?
Al Gore. I think it was from Family Guy or some shit like that.
I wonder
if he's third person. He's like, Al Gore knows how to party.
I wonder how he doesn't realize, Pancakes trying to get to her utensils. It's the wrong drawer that you're trying to get to, buddy. It's
if you want to know what Al Gore is like, find the most straight-laced dude ever and stick a stick up his ass. Just boom.
Well, that's why I wonder, because he's just like, because you also remember when I was young at a dude too, but it's like, there was very little mudslinging against him. I don't think there is dirt on him. I think he just he's
a robot.
He might be, but I wonder what he's like in his just outside of that. If he's fun, if he can just cut loose, like, hey, let's not talk about global warming for 5 seconds and just talk about how great of a movie Batman Forever low-key is.
He came to Cincinnati, and we could have went and seen him speak as a school, and we didn't. But I did wonder where Bill Clinton was instead. I was like, why don't we get the real president? I mean, I didn't go and say it to him. I wish we did, but
he's really. The shame of it is he's very smart and he's very articulate. He's incredibly well spoken. He's just not interesting.
No,
unfortunately, this is coming from someone who saw what was this stupid
An Inconvenient
movie?
Truth.
Inconvenient Truth. It was a good movie. I watched it in high school.
Didn't it?
It was a good movie. It was well made. It was very accessible. I think I ended up watching it multiple times in high school. I feel like that was the high school film where it was like, we have nothing else to watch. This is topical and relevant for history class somehow. Here you go.
Do you know what ours was?
What?
Back to the Future.
Lucky.
Seriously, my teacher let us watch Back to the Future in school.
One of our substitute teachers put on that let's get some shows stupid ass video.
Oh my god, that fucking video.
Realize why it might have been inappropriate to show a video where somebody screams the F word in front of teenagers at high school.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, it's a fine video. It was funny. We were cracking up because she was the dumbest sub. She was just like the most. We were laughing at it. We were like, it's that moment where you're like, normally it's fun when teachers let you do inappropriate stuff. You're like, this is inappropriate. For us, we're all like, she just doesn't even realize this isn't fun to enjoy this. It's fun to enjoy her oblivion over this.
Oblivion. By the way, An Inconvenient Truth had a budget of $1.5 million. Made $50 million. I think Al Gore made a successful film.
That's really successful for a documentary film about global warming.
That thing was everywhere, though.
That's
and let's see, it won an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature and Best Original Song.
Good for it.
And it grossed 24 in the U.S. and 26 worldwide.
Wait, Best Original Song? Wait, it won an Oscar for Best Original
songs, yes.
For Best...
I have no clue what the song is.
What? God, global warming is really...
Pancake is slicker than we give him credit for.
He's trying to get in there! You little you! He knows there's some presents in there for him. He just wants to get them.
This needs to be thrown out soon.
Yeah,
because I am not waking up to a fucking million packing peanuts.
No!
and shit pancakes like, oh,
Secretly, that was actually the present for me, Papa. Don't you know? Taxi Masculinity made that thing for you. And
hello, Stinkier.
Hey, get hello, Papa. You made this present for me. That's my present. She pancakes, you like your present? He's like, no, the present for me is in the box. The present for me. There's a part of me that just wants to open it and let him do whatever he wants with it, but then I just really don't want to clean that up afterwards.
After yesterday,
right? After he spent all this time cleaning, it's so nice
5
cleaning here.
hours.
Mwah.
It's just clean
should
enough
be
that I would
okay.
actually be like, Mom, this is where I live now.
I'm pretty sure, though, in spite of all of the cleaning we did, I'm pretty sure we can still play our favorite game. Food bland? Want to put some mustard on your sandwich?
Oh, hey, how about some sour sketty?
Summertime is hot. Make sure you have a way to cool your sunburns down with aloe vera.
Basic salt, too pedestrian. Try rosemary salt. You won't regret it.
And what would your condiment life be without some sweet relish for your hot dog?
You know, sometimes I sit around and think a regular bowl of cereal is not big enough, so get a Jeff-sized bowl.
And when you're thinking of others being loud and you live in a tiny apartment, it's important to have good headphones accessible to cancel out that noise.
How do you feel about your wife or girlfriend? If you don't like her, use one of these. It's a knife. And that is a knife.
If you don't hate them that much, but you really don't like to see them sleep in, grab a confetti cannon and just fire it at their face. Or don't, because I'll probably get sued for telling someone to do that.
Yeah. You know what, Jesse? I love you. We have many cultural differences, but I love you because you're white like marshmallow cream.
Oh, and I love you because you're brown like Smucker's hot fudge.
Ooh, put the way tongue looking part.
So retarded. This is getting here because I don't have any lid. What the fuck is wrong with us? That clipping feature for live streams, I feel like we should have clipped this.
That's
like
the 31-minute marker. We'll never forget that.
31 minutes. Okay. Well,
maybe we'll want to forget it.
Need to distract your cats? Do so with some live catnip.
You want to get canceled? Try blackface. It's a charcoal mask.
Oh god. Oh god. I do have a picture somewhere that I immediately took down after posting on Instagram because it was me and my friend in charcoal masks, and I was like, no, that's actually not gonna. Even though I wrote like these are charcoal masks, but anyway, you want to unwind at the end of the day with some popcorn? Throw some movie butter oil on it, or just pop it with the movie theater butter oil.
Sounds delicious. Well, you know what's nice is when you have popcorn, you need a nice cold drink. And if you're cool like us, you got a lot of friends, and you only have 2 hands, so you're gonna need this nice drink carrier to make sure that your friends have cold drinks at the same time as the popcorn.
But as careful as you are, accidents do sometimes happen. Make sure you got a big roll of papes nearby to clean it up.
So we have benefits. In California, everyone's part of the Screen Actors Guild, apparently. So, hey, have a copy of
When They See Us.
When They See Us from Ava DuVernay. Clearly, we care about it so much that we have silly string and dirt and this poor guy on the back.
Well, you know what? You know that whole world's smallest violin thing that people do? I care about you more than that. I'm going to play your sorrows on a regular-sized violin.
As you should, because, you know, we believe in giving the people what they want. And you know what people want, especially on Thursday nights? Drinking games.
Absolutely. Really, because I thought they wanted little tiny notebooks with graph paper inside.
I know I do, but you want to keep on going?
We can stop.
Oh,
Perfect choice.
That is the perfect choice.
Perfect choice.
So, folks, I am a guy that likes to take notes. I like to plan out my day. I like to think about stuff, and I never leave home without my Batman notebook filled with wonderful things like this random sketch of the Joker I did.
Ooh.
And as well as the master list of all the SJW cards that we're going to promote or create for the High Council.
Hey.
There's the master list right there.
I, too, am invested in taking care of myself, and I like to do it in the shower sometime with some honey and oatmeal soap from Trader Joe's. Great for your skin.
Now, I also like to take care of myself beyond just my basic, skincare needs. That's why I keep a AAA card with me at all times, in case I fall on the way to the bathroom.
And can't get up and need to be towed. You would need a tow truck, wouldn't you?
I've told you, if we're stuck somewhere, I'm like, you're screwed.
Yeah, I've just told him I'm leaving you.
No, you said you would never leave.
I also totally will. I won't. And because it's been, 34 minutes since we last watched this, my favorite moment from Batman Forever.
Huh?
Oh.
Twisted Metal Batman.
Huh?
The ground, it's all metal. It's full of holes, you know? Holy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah! I don't know. It fucking kills me every time. His reactions are the best.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
I like how they just play it off. Now, the one thing I will say about the Schumacher films is they were definitely trying to balance that 60s camp with modern Tim Burton.
That's what I always say. Balances the darkness and the camp, and it does so really, really well in Forever. I'm not actually sure what this means, but I'll take it as a compliment.
We share a shower.
We do. We don't have a bathtub. No, I'm with you 100%. I really think it did that nice. I think people forget, because people are like, people act like, well, why was it so silly and so this? One of the things I say about for Batman Forever, it's in the way of like the most comic booky in terms of just the visual design, with the big bright colors and the bold set pieces and
the layers. I hate those other. I don't like Batman and Robin, but the villain layers, especially in Batman Forever, are very just synonymous with Batman. And the fact that the Riddler had that layer, and Two-Face had a layer too. Batman just never went there.
True. I do love Two-Face's layer though. Oh,
and that's a trend they kind of got rid of to a degree with a lot of MCU stuff, because even Doc Ock has a sanctuary on the river.
Yeah. But that's MCU pretty doesn't have.
They got rid of secret identities and like really fun certain elements.
DC, have they been very layer based? I mean,
there's the Legion of Doom has, but they're not in any of the movies.
Yeah, because that's one of the things. That's what you're talking about. Even like going to the Christopher Nolan ones, that's something for all that they're villain centric films, in that they, you see a lot of the villains and you see a lot of their story, and they're like a very important part of the movie as well. I think a good Batman villain should be. Actually, realistically, a really good Batman movie has, I think, minimal. And that's what I think. The Burton ones did well, and Forever did well, which is like this. Let's not focus on developing Batman this whole time, right? It's a lot of like, let's focus on developing this new villain. You know who Batman is.
Yeah.
Don't pick one point, so it's like his relationship troubles in the first one, his inability to human, in the first one, and the second one, it's balance. It's, balancing that your relationship troubles also include a crazy Catwoman and stuff, etc. And so it's always like his relationship, and then the same thing with in Chase Meridian, it's like their relationship and her being this therapist and digging his path. That's sort of that's it though. It's not this big exploration of why his dad dying here, and this symbolism has affected him when he was 15, and also when he was 25, and also when he was 35, and also in this cave over here, and in this flashback and that flashback. Let's spend so much time digging into the psyche of Batman. Which is what I feel like Christopher Nolan does a lot. There's all this, like, deep, am I going to quit being Batman? Why am I Batman? What does Batman mean? Where every Batman movie we have is usually just one line, where it's like that struggle, that low-key struggle is like omnipresent. And I think Forever addresses it the most on the nose of any of those early ones. And the best.
Because he doesn't quit like a bitch in those.
No, he reconciles. He's going to, but then he realizes he needs to be Batman, and he realizes, and then he has that great reconciliation. I am both, And yeah, so to me, the Nolan movies just over focus. They try to just be too heady. So they show a lot of the villain, but they don't really give you much. They're like, let me be big and tell you my story of when I was a boy. It's like their stories are revealed. The Joker with his 8,000 different origins. We don't really like see a layer. We don't see a motivation the way you see. Like, we know exactly why Jim Carrey's why the Riddler is out for Bruce Wayne. We know exactly why.
Can I say one thing? Okay, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, so we even know why Two-Face is, even though it's thrown in sort of in a quieter way. However, since he has never forgiven me for this and whatnot, it's their motivations are justified in the movies and within the characters. We get to watch Two-Face melt down repeatedly over why can't I just kill the bat?
I love his screams of pain.
Oh, why won't you just die?
Have the good taste to die. See ya. And he jumps right out.
I love everything.
One thing I will say though about like Batman Forever upon our latest viewing, Riddler's a dick and he screwed himself over. Mm-hmm. Had he just had that meeting with his assistant Margaret,
he probably would have. They would have hashed out the details. They would have figured out. Now, granted, if he had always wanted to be the psycho mastermind of his own intention, but even so, even doing that, you go through it, the kosher way, and you can still do your bad, evil shit behind closed doors once you have all that money. I mean, it ended up working out for him, obviously, and then not because he
went too far.
He went too far. If he had just stopped with controlling everybody.
Another line that I think is fantastic is when he's got he's like, I'm vacuuming your cortex. sucking up your IQ,
Ah,
feeding
Dr.
off your brain.
brain.
Fred, babe! You've been fired. So, and when he drops the thing later on.
No, you are terminated. Or you are fired. Or should I say,
Terminated.
terminated.
Ah!
You can tell
Sure,
we-
something, Kahuna!
Ooh, Laura for the landing. I think he's going to have to settle for the bronze. Nice splash for Laura for the landing.
I bet you that was
Nice
improvised.
form. I'm sure it was. I'm sure so much of his was. All right, let me just
Actually,
make sure we're
really-
up on the super chats.
I really
Yeah,
like this first one.
I'm pretty sure that's the. Okay, we got that one. Oh no, we got one more earlier. I saw that one come through. It was sad. What made me sad from Anthony Scioli. He said, "I really wanted to meet Joel someday." I'm sorry, dude. That would have been cool. I would have loved to like. How would you respond if we just sat down and started doing this, like all the Batman Forever stuff out? Do you think would have like been excited?
I think you would have chuckled. I would have told him straight, like, I don't like Batman and Robin. I think you made some really great movies, and
Yeah.
I think your legacy is better than fucking Batman and Robin. And I'm sorry that only people remember that one because The Lost Boys is better than anything you ever made.
It's
Or,
true.
better than anything else you ever made.
Yes, I'll concede that, even though I would still pick Batman Forever over it because I just like it better.
Well, if you ask me what do I want to watch more often, I would probably want to watch Batman Forever. But I like
But I
the
love The
summertime.
Lost Boys.
Lost
Oh,
Boys is like my
That's a
favorite
great summer
summertime
movie.
film.
That is a great summer movie. And I saw it in the summer for the first time too, which is exciting.
You know, the first time I ever saw it was only a few years ago. I was working a horror convention and I was going to do Lost Boys Prince. So I was like, I better watch this movie first. And I watched it, and it's the last movie that I watched and then turned it back on right afterwards. I was like so into it. I thought it was that good.
It is that good. And it's cool about that. Like for me, that was the last one. That was one of those movies where like I just discovered it totally on my own. Because it was probably, I think it was 15 about when I discovered it totally. My friend, I told you that story. Walked into a DVD store when those still existed, a place where you buy movies. Back when such a thing was a thing, and we would just pick up a random one out of usually the horror thriller section and whatnot, and we just saw vampires. We were into vampires, and picked it up and accidentally stumbled upon this, and it was great. No, we should be a gay girl.
Oh my god, that one too.
No, our little
This
boy's
album
looking
cover.
coy. That was the album cover picture.
Little
All right.
boy's looking coy.
Ted White, little boy looking coy. His name is album. It is that picture. The first one, maybe it's just gonna be the other picture. It's just gonna be hello. It's gonna be his first album, and the really excited one, this very introspective one, is gonna be that one. Little boy looking coy.
What if this reaches the point where it's like shit pancake sings the hits?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
Hello from the other side. He's got my favorite word in it. Hello. Hello from the other side.
I can't believe we both took that in different directions. I'm very proud of us right now. We found each other back in the middle there.
We did. Hello, we love you. What'd you tell me your name? Hello, I love you. Let me know your name. She should only sing songs that have the word hello either featured prominently or in the title. He can sing "Hello Goodbye" by the Beatles.
Hello.
Hello, hello. You sing
Let me. You know what? While you read that super chat, let me look up songs with the word hello in the
You sing
title.
goodbye, but I say hello. That'll be his first album. Is the hello? That's the hello album, obviously.
Yes.
And then what did I just say? I keep forgetting. What did I just say? His album's going to be called the next one.
Our little boy's boy.
Something. It was that, but it sounded better. Coy little boy. Is there a coy little boy?
Okay, so
Little boy feeling coy.
little boy feeling cool.
Gotta write that down somewhere
So we
before I
can-
forget.
We can have "Say Hello to Heaven" by Temple of the Dog, "Hello Darling" by Conway Twitty, or "Hello Dolly" from that shitty
Hello,
movie.
Dolly. The musical. Hello, Dolly.
Yeah.
Hello. All right, Shit Pancake is gonna be first album. First album is Hello, and it's all
I actually have a really
Hello
shitty
songs.
title for an album for him.
okay.
All those hello, the O's, and then comma Kitty.
I hate you. We're not doing that. Second album, little boy looking coy, and it'll be it'll be soulful songs sung, and then he's gonna do an entire album of dolphin noises.
Hey, Shapancake.
Yeah, Papa.
What sound do dolphins make?
Oh, they go. Ah!
You
Oh God, we're so
had
tired
me
of
at
it.
hello by A Day to Remember.
Oh, there's plenty. Okay, so Ted White says, so a Jewish gal, a black guy, and a pancake walk into a bar. Instantly canceled joke follows. I love it. It's so true, Ted White. It is so true. Thank you for the slip of chop. We agree. Oh, man. Fun, but sad. Also, if you're just joining us, guys, please press the like button and let me see where we're at in our impressions. 58 impressions. We can do better than that.
Mhm.
My goal is always hit at least 100, so we got a ways to go, but I believe in us. Stratus Radio Blues says, do you guys think that any of the live action films surpassed Batman Mask of the Phantasm? In terms of quality, I have to go back. I haven't watched any of the animated movies because there was that one. Killing Joke was the other really good one, right?
No, Killing Joke's hated.
Hated? Oh, it's the hated one. Okay.
Because Mask of the Phantasm's 93.
I thought because isn't Killing Joke like a Joker origin kind of thing, sort of as like the one line? Is that the really bad day one?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
The comic that people love, but people didn't like.
People didn't like the movie adaptation. That's okay. That's what it's the storyline of the comic that's everyone loves.
Yeah.
So the movie sucked. Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen any of the Batman animated stuff. So I just Mask of the Phantasm was the one that sounded like the best one, right?
One thing. So I'll answer the question too. That's tough because I think Batman Mask of the Phantasm is great. It depends on what you want. If you want the best Batman origin story, I don't think I can give it the best origin story because I think Begins gives us a very good origin of why he's Batman. But if we want to watch the most tragic Batman film, you definitely watch that because you watch him lose Andrea Beaumont, the love of his life, only to find out that she's the fucking bad guy, all this other shit. So it's a really subtle, layered story that I can't recommend enough. I don't know. That's a good question. What do I want? What do you want out of Batman films? Because I think a lot of us make exceptions. Like when you think of Batman, you think of a very specific style of Batman. Yeah. But when you think of Batman on film, we've all accepted the black rubber suits and this and that, and killing and all these other things. So if you want, what version of Batman are you looking for the most? I think Mask of the Phantasm might give you that nicest true form of Batman.
That's fair. I can agree with that. I do, even though like I got into all the animated stuff. I agree, and I love all the anime. That was my way in. That was all my original, watchings and whatnot. Batman Forever just has like such a special place in my heart. That's why I'm so glad you love it as much as you do, because it is so hard to find people who appreciate that movie as much as I appreciate it.
My favorite holiday to watch Batman Forever twice on Halloween 1995. I didn't go out that year. I had a costume. I was like, I want to step and watch Batman. I skipped candy for that fucking movie, and I don't regret it because that was sweeter. No, but I wanted to ask you a question because people in the chat were talking about interference from the studios with these Batman films. I assume you know this, but do you know why there was a switch in the tone, a shift in the tone of Batman films? Like, what company was responsible for that?
I know the story, but I don't remember all the details of whose fault it was.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. We have talked about that. I did know that. Yeah, fucking toys.
Well, the weird part is, like, I grew up playing with Batman Returns toys. Yeah. It didn't turn me off from that.
I feel like there were times, too, other times where McDonald's, like, made toys off of something that kids probably were mostly not going to see, but, like, they had toys.
The thing is, Power Rangers was every bit as violent as Batman Returns. I had no issues with I had no issues with anything. I was a kid. My mom didn't care. We were having fun watching Batman and Power Rangers.
Yeah, because I saw that one as a kid. I saw them when I was just as young as when I saw 89 for the first time. And this was probably, I don't know if I'd seen 89 before. My parents might have shown me because I loved the Joker was my favorite too, so I might have seen 89 before Forever, but I definitely saw Returns on TV around that same time.
I didn't see Returns for a while. Returns is actually probably the Batman movie I've seen the least, and that includes Batman and Robin. I actually don't like Batman Returns quite a bit.
Never counting the Nolans, I think I've seen Batman Begins the least, maybe.
Oh God, I had that on DVD. I think
I've only seen it like once or twice. I know I might have only seen Dark Knight Rises once. I'm not sure if I saw it. That's plenty for me. I might have seen it twice. But Batman and Robin, I know I saw, if not start to finish, it was one that would be on TV, so you'd have it on, throw it on, sit down, watch it, stuff like that.
On after the stream tonight.
It wasn't a, there were a few.
Just look at his arms.
I see him, he's so cute, just hanging out on you. Look at him, let him go.
He looks so little on camera.
He does. It's perspective, man. Let's see how small he actually is. He's our biggest boy. He's also far away. So, whatchamacallit? What was I going to say about that and stuff? It's stuff. I don't remember. Something about Batman.
While we're talking about Batman Forever, did you ever watch the Drew Carey show?
I never did.
There's a subplot where he enters a fast food contest and wins the Batmobile from Batman Forever.
Awesome!
Yeah.
I've always wanted to
watch it. It's like a thing. It just has the Batmobile.
I've always wanted to watch it. I was reading something about it the other day. I was like, I really need to watch this.
That's a hard sell for me to do all of it, but if you put on a couple episodes, I used to watch it a lot as a kid. I used to love the Drew Carey show. I'd be willing to watch it.
Yeah. It was nothing. I mean, it was nothing I need to sit down and watch through, but it's just curious because I never really watched it a lot as a kid.
Another Batman connection. His buddy, oh God, Hart. Either way, Dietrich Bader is his friend on the show.
Mhm.
He plays Batman in Batman Brave and the Bold. He's one of the best Batman voice actors ever. But the show's kind of whatever for some people, so they dump on it. But he's really good as Batman. He's got, because you've seen Lego movies, right? With the Batman voice.
Yeah.
Will Arnett does a good Batman. Obviously, Kevin Conroy is number one, but Dietrich Bader's not too far off. He's really that good as Batman.
We had BoJack on the other night. I forgot how much I love that show.
Earlier today, I was thinking of that damn theme song, the opening one. That boom, 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 boom,
yeah, it's so fun. But yeah, like it's just one of those shows. It was one of those things that came up somewhere, and I was like, it was one of those things I just never. It was like one of those cultural things that just passed me by as a kid. Like I ever heard about it, I knew about it and all that, and never saw it. I don't want to sit there and like watch it, but I was like, I should see what this is about, or even just read more about it. That's
well, if you love the state of Ohio, you'll love the show. If you hate the state of Ohio, you'll hate the theme song. It's called Cleveland Rocks.
What was that? What show had that? Was that Scrubs that had?
I can't do it all my own.
No, not Superman. That one annoyed the shit out of me. And then what was the show that had California as the
DOC.
California? Here we come. I never even watched that show, but like sometimes the beginning would come on and you'd hear that intro and I'd be like, this song is so annoying.
You would catch the promos too. I remember the premiere of the OC. I was a freshman in high school.
Because all the promos had the fucking song in it. And I was like, here we come. Right back where we started from. Well, since we're on the topic of music.
In California.
Yeah! California! But that was one, because we used to watch Scrubs marathons sometimes. And that song would just get on our nerves.
Loudy will love you.
Especially. Because I think, I didn't mind, my brother might not have minded it as much, but my sister and I really hated it. My brother liked the show the most. So we would just go, I'm not Superman! And we just do that to each other.
I used to watch Scrubs in college because it was on Comedy Central all the time. Like all it was on.
That was when I told you we're going to my grandma's house in Connecticut, and that was one of the times, like, for us, we would veg out and watch TV all day. Because usually at home it was like, here's your homework, you do your stuff. On the weekends we can watch a little more, but our parents weren't big on just letting us veg out in front of the TV. When we went to Connecticut, it was great. We would just do that. So we'd always just find stuff. And that was, it was always 007 Days of Christmas around Christmas time, but throw on Comedy Central, watch Scrubs marathons. We'd watch.
Your free cable?
Well, that was at home.
That's just my favorite story from
I love that. It turns out when I was a kid, we accidentally started getting free cable. It only occurred to me the other day because I hadn't thought about this in years. I was like, so we accidentally were getting free cable, but then we had to get the TV something serviced or whatnot it was. And so my dad was like, oh, we have to unplug this because we have to figure out how to disconnect it because we'll figure out we've been getting it for free and we might get in trouble or whatnot. And then they ended up getting, because we got so used to having cable at that point that and in retrospect, I'm like, my dad was totally stealing the neighbor's cable. He hated our neighbors. I hated our neighbors sucked. I don't feel bad about this. Our neighbors, some fucking rich ass pieces of shit. Like the bad, when I say nothing against rich people, but these were bad, the bad kind. Like the guy was, he's a personal injury lawyer, and inherited his firm from his dad, so never worked for anything. A total ambulance chaser, and pulled shit like filled his pool in the middle of a drought. Would drain his pool onto our property. You're legally allowed to cut branches from your neighbors up to your property line. No, he cut it all the way back to the damn tree, which was like many feet over our property line. We were very persnickety when he wanted to put a fence up. We were like, no, here's the property marker. Here's the property. Because you could see where they put these stone property markers when they subdivided the land. And I was like, your fence goes from there to there. It does not come anywhere on our side or you die. But yeah, my dad has wanted to, he hates that guy. Anyway,
I do too. He's an asshole.
He is a total
I never
asshole.
met him.
The other day I was on the phone with Dad. He got really quiet for a second. I was like, I'm gonna call him talking for Father's Day. He's like, I'm just watching Mark Verlin cut our trees. I'm like, Dad, just breathe.
They're just trees.
Go inside. It's fine. To be fair, I also like those trees better than I like Mark Verlin. So,
hey, I like. I'm gonna pick up any object in this apartment. And I like it more than that guy. An empty can. There. How's that?
There should be a cake. Where is he?
He's sleeping.
Little boy of orphans. She pancakes. Like, what the fuck's mommy talking about? He's like, I'm going to take a nap. He was enjoying what I was working on earlier, so I did say I was going to share it with you. I'll give you guys. You guys can guess. What was I working on earlier during the High Council? You'll never guess, but Jeff knows. Throw out some guesses, but I'll share it with you because I'm very proud of what I've done. So it's very rough so far. It's just the beginning, the rough draft, if you will. But I would love to share it. So. I just want to see if anyone can randomly guess. If that K-Stu fan is here, they are not allowed to guess because I was texting with him and he already knows.
Batman Forever erotica. Okay, so it'd be Batman, Chase Meridian, and Robin three-way.
Yep. I could get down for that. Logan Michael at Funko Pops. What's up, my dude? Haven't seen you in a minute. Would you rather see lost footage film or canceled scripts be made? That's a good question. If I had the choice, I'd go with probably the lost footage because that stuff's just if you can get it, like it's so rare and there's no other way to see it and all that stuff. Whereas like anything that's been canceled has an opportunity to still have a life at some point, in some form, whether it be independent, whether it be 10 years from now when cancel culture's gone. Fucking hope so. When whatever it is, those scripts that exist but have been canceled still have a chance. They still have a shot to like have their life. Footage that's been lost or unseen or some way where we can't see that shit is like it's precious in a way.
I'm footage as well. The thing is, Lord Michael, I bet you're listening to that podcast still, the Unmade Movies. I like a lot of those ideas that they talk about, but you also get the podcast and the other things. And like you said, the possibility that it gets made. Like for me, I want to see the unseen footage of Star Wars, all the alternate takes. I want to see all the lost footage, like King Kong, they lost footage, the tarantula fight or whatever.
Yeah, some of these things where they just lost it. There was stuff like, that was like Apocalypse. It was just so interesting, like Apocalypse Now Redux. Straight up, Coppola took a lot of that stuff from the literal cutting room floor, and like threw it in a river because he's like, "Fuck this."
What's his face? Stanley Kubrick. Did you probably knew this, but The Shining has a different intro. And when it was first released, and one day in, he calls up all these places and they take it back and they destroy that thing. So there's no footage of it. And apparently he used to keep removed shit in his garage, like on his property. And then he died. And I think his wife either refuses to give it away or use it, or she destroyed it. But like Kubrick was weird about that shit.
Yeah, he's just weird in general.
I'm not a fan of his. Like, I don't dislike him personally. I just don't love his movies like other people do. The Shining's fun, and I like Clockwork Orange, and that's it.
Yeah. There's some I would need to give a second shot to. Like 2001, it's been so long since I've seen it. But that never sat right with me what he did about the sound, the scoring for it, though. Because the score for 2001 is Thus Spake Zarathustra.
Yeah, Ric Flair's theme song.
The original, there was a composer who composed an entire soundtrack for that movie. And they decided, because they just Thus Spake Zarathustra was just what they were using as the temp track. And as frequently happens, this is apparently something, this is my sister learned when she interned with Hans Zimmer, is frequently the filmmakers end up getting so attached to the temp track that even if the sound, the composers have been working on something really, fun and unique, they end up maybe hearing that or not and being like, I'll make it sound more like this one, which is one of the main reasons why when you hear all these soundtracks that sound so derivative from another movie that are, by the same composer one, it's because they use that movie's soundtrack as the temp track. And then the director or the producer listens to the cut and they go, oh, we actually liked that music. Can you make it more like that? And so a lot of creativity gets squashed in the.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Commando?
In the sound booth.
Schwarzenegger?
No.
There's another movie called Another 48 Hours that liked the score so much that they literally just stole it. So the same movie has the same score as two movies. But there's a movie called So I Married an Axe Murderer, which is Mike Myers film. I was actually reading the Wikipedia page. Same thing happened to him that happened to this composer for 2001. He composed the entire score, and then they go, "Oh, we're going with alternate pop rock," and so they never released it until recently.
So here's the shitty thing. The nice thing, I do think the composer did get paid. I don't know. I think he might have gotten credited. I think he did get credited too. The shitty thing is they never told him. They invited him to the premiere and never told him. And he's sitting in the audience and he's like, I didn't write this. Yeah. So that to me was just real. What a shitty thing to do. Like, don't just fucking tell the guy. Like, who was gonna? It might have also been like a last minute decision kind of thing. I just still think it's really shitty to be like.
I wonder what the temp track for Star Wars music was. I mean, I'm sure we can look it up. I don't know off the top of my head, but that'd be interesting to watch it with the temp track and see what other people thought it would sound like. Because that music is today. We're getting ready to go swim, and I put on the music from it's called Chasm Fire or whatever.
It's
just like it's like dot. Each fucking second. I know this is this part of the movie.
Now that, and I don't know what it was. Then because I know John Williams would bring stuff to the table early on sometimes. Because I think that was when they first consulted, when they were sitting down with their footage for Jaws, they went to him and they're like, what do you got so far? And he plays the 2 notes. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, we've been shooting for months and 2 notes. And he's like, hear me out. And obviously, you know.
That's the easiest one to play on the piano.
Oh, yeah. It certainly is. It is 2 notes. I think this is the next one down here. You know,
I mean, honestly, it's not even in the same category, but I do prefer all the Beverly Hills Cop music to almost anything else.
Well, that's allowed. You're allowed. We might play that again in a second. It's been a minute.
Excellent. Okay. Cool.
You can't be stopped, can he?
Never. I listen to it when you're sleeping. I really do.
I know. That was one of the cutest things was like the when you all right, so we're caught up on Serious. That was the last one. Okay. When I asked you, we were doing something cleanup, and I asked you if you could take some trash down for me.
When I was out here in August, I played my music.
You put it on. I was like, you're so cute.
Yeah, for those wondering which specific track, like Tom, it was the Late Supper. Dun 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 airplane fin dun 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 dun.
Thanks, Gregory. Yeah, we're loving the Jaws music in here.
Oh, people are giving some love to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie.
Good. All right. So, do we have any guesses for what Jesse was working on? I don't remember seeing.
I think people are kind of.
People don't care. They're like, no, we're not going to guess. You're going to tell us, or you're not. This is not. We're not playing this game with you. That's fine.
You make it your call. I think you should surprise them though,
and just play
with what's coming.
Show them.
Fully, people go, wow.
All right. Well, it's something I'm working on, and I guess I'll just
from the comic. People want to see the finished product, and they'll go, wow. So you make the call.
That's
I'm not
fine.
telling you to do. I'm just saying I think you'll get a lot of surprise traction because people go, I didn't realize you were that talented.
Aw. Oh, you mean you think I shouldn't show them what I'm working on now? Is that what you're saying?
Did you film it already?
No, I just did. I didn't film anything. Anyway, I was just gonna show the stuff I just working on. Just the.
Oh, do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you'll.
I was just saying, like, surprise.
Well, it's also like there's 73 people watching. You know, I always feel like, sneak previews on live streams are like a good.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's right. That's
you
fair.
know, you guys are here. You're here with me. You deserve these special sneak previews. The rest of the bitches gotta wait.
It's Jeff's OnlyFans account.
So this is a very rough
my OnlyFans
version right now, and it's God. Yeah, I need to cancel my stickies. This is literally just what I was working on. In that's gonna automatically share my audio, right? Yeah, shares from apps. Okay, so this is just really rough what I was working on. It's not all, and okay, so there's multiple track lines, as you'll see, and I haven't really balanced anything yet. There's just the main music and vocal track. There's some additional guitar right now. Again, not balanced. The guitar is all going to be plugged in. It's going to have some light distortion. That's actually going to sound really cool. I'm excited for it. And there's going to be some vocal harmonies, which I'm playing around with still. But yeah, this is what's up so far. It's a cover. I didn't write this. The original is John Prine, which I always think is funny because a dude wrote it, and you'll hear the first lyric does not sound. You would not think a dude had written it after the first lyric. Let's put it that way. Bonnie Raitt's version is the one that I know the best. But honestly, I learned this song in mandolin class and played it a zillion times before I ever even heard a recorded version of it, which I always think is fun. So, without further ado, what I've got so far. Let's see the line. My mother. Yes, Greg Kirby, that was Lando. I'm just really enjoying watching the tracks glitch out. Dreams with thunder. Lightning was desire. Old house was burned down. Long time ago. Make me an angel. Flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster. No rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believe in this living, it's just a hard way to go. So there'll be a little guitar fill over this in the finished version. I was a Yeah, clearly the impression of a woman, and John is not.
You sure about that? John could be
I never met him.
Jean Benarenza?
That was a long time ago. No matter how I try, years just flow by like a broken number. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery.
Getting some the interference that happens when you record a 3-track audio in your bathroom with the headphones.
Just give me one thing I can hold on to.
Please name your album Songs from the Toilet.
Great acoustics in there though, because the main vocal, the vocal track, and the mandolin, that's no mic. That's not even on the little headphone mic. That's just my computer.
Oh wow!
The bathroom is the best audio quality. So this part will be a whole little guitar solo. Kind of going for it, like a bassy fill with the guitar. Yeah.
Since I woke up today, what the hell kind of person?
There'll be harmonies, building harmonies. There's gonna be the last two in the chorus. It'll be octave up plus a harmony line. It'll be like really rich. Lots of Jesse, extra Jesse.
Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, no rodeo.
This is one of those things where if I get like a copy claim on this, I'll be proud. Whenever if I play a cover and they're like, this sounds like this other song, I'm like, yes, I'm good enough.
Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster from no rodeo.
I have the next.
Just give me one thing.
Beth, let him be. Let him run his mouth. He's fine. He's harmless. He's just dumb. This guy, he's so funny. So that's what's up so far. That's the really rough acoustic version.
Press F to show that you support this.
All right, F.
See, it's Hank Tretta F's for Jesse. Come on.
F if you're into it. Pay your respects for that song.
I'll just touch the F key. I can't really.
Hack Blackfire. It's not you. It's don't worry. No, Geek Prime X is in here. He's a loser who comes in here to hate jack off to me. I don't know what it is. He's got this weird obsession with me. It's cute actually. But no, don't worry about him. Let him run his mouth clearly. Because the thing is, it's fun for me, Beth. That's why I don't like him booted. Because if he says anything that I feel like responding to, well, guys, thanks.
I told you, Cal.
I like saying. But what I say is, if he says anything worth responding to, it's usually a nice, fun rant for me and for you, and everybody wins except for him. But he's a loser, so who cares? So yeah, no. If you guys, any of my other mods, if you see that Geek Prime X guy, you don't have to block him or ban him or anything. Let him do his thing. It's cute. But thanks, guys. So yeah, like I said, I didn't write that. It's a cover. But it is something I'm working on my version of that, and there'll be more to it. You know, like possible visual components to be happening.
Pancake should be in the star.
He's always a star. Is he single? Why Chili Bean? You look at. Probably. I can't look. Based on the comments he leaves and his very minimal grasp of the English language, there's no way that he has a girlfriend or boyfriend if he's gay. It's fine with me if he is. All I know is that he's an asshole and a loser, no matter how he identifies. So,
you ever heard the song "I'm an Asshole" by Dennis Leary?
I think so.
I'm just a regular Joe with an average job. I'm your average white suburbanite slob. I like football and porno and books about war. I got an average house with a nice hardwood floor.
Oh, I don't know what made me think of that suddenly, but remember we were talking earlier about cultural appropriation and how it was a real, there is a real thing that is actual cultural appropriation. It is not anything that's and that's social justice warriors end up just. We always talk about this, like the gluten-free people. The gluten-free people have diminished the seriousness that people take gluten allergies. So people who have serious life-threatening sensitivities to it, like celiacs, people don't take that as seriously. And there are a lot of other things. You throw on the word cultural appropriation for everything. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Fucking wearing a sombrero is not cultural appropriation. We talked about one of the important parts about that is there has to be significant cultural value to that culture, not just a hat I wear to keep sun out of my eyes. But yeah, or like that dress when she wore the Chinese dress, the qipao. And China, it was all these like second and third generation American-born Chinese people who were getting all up in arms about this. But you're taking my culture. Like, no, bitch, you're just not connected to your culture, and you're mad about it. You're mad that some random chick who went to a thrift shop in fucking Salt Lake City is more connected to your culture than you are, and so you're taking it out on her like a baby. Just fucking take a trip to China, learn the language. I don't know, do something. Don't cry about it. They're like, you're stealing our sacred dress, blah. And all of China was like, actually, this is a dress that traditionally we would give to visitors, specifically outside visitors, as a token of our, a goodwill, a gesture of goodwill. We would give it to like the wives of dignitaries and people who came and stuff. Like, that's, you guys are retarded. Anyway, where was I on that? Oh, because I was off. But every now and then you hit a something we talk like, when I looked at like this fucking Elohim, this musical artist, where she was like, this sounded nice. That's a word for God in Hebrew, and Jews take the word of God, like the literal written word God, very seriously. In English text, it's always G-D. Anything that actually has G-O-D spelled out in it, or Adonai, or Elohim, or any of those versions, cannot be destroyed. It must be buried. It must have a funeral because it's considered sacred if that name's in it. So it has some very deep sacred meaning to Jews. So for some bitch to come along and be like, it sounded nice, that's cultural appropriation. I actually made a video on that a while ago when I heard about that. I'm like, this, boom, right? Cultural appropriation is not cultural sharing, cultural mixing, cultural whatever. Cultural appropriation is, ooh, let me look at this thing that is actually very sacred and important to this culture. I don't understand it at all, and I'm just going to take it and use it for my own benefit and gain, or, whatever. That's cultural appropriation. Taking shots of tequila on Cinco de Mayo, not cultural appropriation. Taco Tuesday, not cultural appropriation.
I enjoyed our Cinco de Mayo party.
Wearing kimono-themed styled clothing, not. I did also enjoy our Cinco de Mayo party too.
I'm trying to think of things that I do that people would say is cultural appropriation. I tell them to screw off.
Fuck you. Who cares?
I'm trying to think.
Does it hurt you? No, cry.
No.
It doesn't.
Oh no, I bought a Nintendo.
Oh, I forgot. Attack helicopter. That's the correct term. We don't misgender people.
You're a good attack helicopter.
You're a great attack helicopter. Splash! Laugh my way into splash.
Ooh, you still taste like hot fudge.
But this is the one thing I heard where I was like, this is actually a really good example of like white privilege. And I'm like, okay, because I hate that term. I think it's so stupid. And I think 98% of the things that people say are white privilege are just class privilege. They're wealthy privilege. But this one for me, I'm like, okay, because when I say, I'm like, white privilege is very simply the act of not being discriminated against for being a different race. And you see it. It definitely, for me, like when you talk about that, I don't think the word means anything, but you can definitely look at that. Read this great little article as this guy just talking about it. It was a really nice article too, because he talked about how he ended up, the whole point of the piece was how this black dude ended up forging a positive relationship with somebody in law enforcement, because they just had a conversation and realized they had like a common, like one of his roommates, like the police officer's roommate in college had belonged to the same fraternity that this guy had, and they bonded over that. And then so the whole beginning was this guy called a non-emergency call to 911. He was like, hey, I'm an inspector, and he was going to inspect a trailer park. He's this big black dude with dreads, and he was like, I'm calling you because somebody is going to call the police on me as a large black man with dreads walking around this trailer park. And the guy's initial response was like, I'm so sorry you felt you had to do that, first of all. But he agreed to meet with this guy, look and scan his credentials and all that stuff, and they got to talking, and he ended up walking and doing the whole round with him. There's this really nice story about like, which I think we need more of right now. I think we need these stories about people coming together, people finding common ground, people understanding. And so this is such a great example of like, look, you never know. There's 1 degree of separation between these two people who never met before, and you never know that. And they found they had a bunch of other things in common too. Like they both apparently had like biracial children, as they talked about like that and all that stuff. I'm like, that's so nice. And I thought, I'm like, you know what, when people talk about like white privilege, it doesn't exist, or it does exist, but it's everything. It's like, no, that's a great example to be like, okay, would you ever have to pre-qualify your presence somewhere because of your skin color? Okay, that's privilege. Okay, and I don't like the word because I don't think it conveys what we want or anything like that. But I'm like, that to me was a nice example of like, okay, this is what you talk about when this is where the conversation is. And this is what the conversation should be, because these are real tangible things that happen to people every day. Sorry to get off on this really serious tangent. I'm going to not mean to talk about serious stuff at all. But for me, it's like you get up on these real tangible things that happen to people every day. Read another story too, where there's a woman who carries her adoption papers with her now because she's a black woman with who adopted a white toddler or a white infant who's now a toddler, and she got accosted in the grocery store. A woman like brought her cart in front of her and was all like, "Are you?" Just asking her like weird questions, like "What are you doing here?" kind of questions. And she was like, "Well, I just brought my adoption papers, so when someone calls the police because I abducted a white kid, I can just pull him out." And I'm like, that's those. Oh God, monkey, Jesus. But those stories, I'm like, those are the real things. You know, I talk about like people of. I mean, there was somebody made. Actually, I knew somebody was working on a little short film. It was a really cool concept where they actually did this. They and their black friend walked into. Then they documented, you know, both instances. A white person and a black person walked into a store. The black person just walked around and browsed the whole time. The white person went and shoplifted and was like, "I'm stealing stuff." Security just followed the black person around the entire time. The white person just walked out with a bunch of free stuff. And but to make those points, I'm like, that's where the conversation is at, because that's where that real, you know, racism, racial profiling, racial discrepancies exist in the world today.
You ever seen that old skit on Mad TV with I think Key and Peele are in it, where they're at the store and they're like, "Can you describe what your associate?" And the person's afraid to say they were a black.
Oh,
so
yes,
describing it in like detail.
That was so poignant to me as like it is, because that was where we were at. I mean, I feel like the funny thing is I feel like we've actually gone so far past that's not even a thing anymore, because now it's the point where it's like, if I describe my friend as black, and it's not a thing where I'm like, my black friend, but like sometimes if you're like, "Oh, which of your friends at the party last night?" The black one. There was one black person. If I try to explain their hobbies and their professions and their speaking manners, we'll be here all fucking night. I'm not being racist to describe them. So you say the one with the long hair, the one with the blue eyes, the one with the really dark skin.
Or they describe you the giant one.
The big giant guy, you know? And for me, the chick who looked like a lesbian, I'm never gonna get offended. I'm gonna be like, "Oh God, how dare you assume my sexuality?" No, if you're like, which chick are you talking about? "Oh, the one who looks gay, the one with the gay haircut." Cool. I'm not gonna be like, "That's so insensitive to me and to gay people and to this."
But
no.
It's insensitive to me.
And guess what? Just because I got it first and all the lesbians copied me, it does not mean that this is no longer a gay haircut. It just means that I did it before it was gay. Anyway.
I want you to make that your phrase. I did it before it was gay.
That should be my phrase. I'm gonna start making out with him and be like, "I did it before it was gay." I did. I kissed one of my best friends in kindergarten. We thought it was just like to freak people out. We made out on the bus once. And not even the bus, there wouldn't even have been a bus. Maybe we just made out on the playground. I don't know what it was. But anyway.
So it's like gay. The end of Bruno.
Look, I was gay before it was gay. So that's all I'm saying.
Straight Dave's cage fighting?
Or rather, I was doing a thing. I was doing these things before that. I was sleeping with him before it was gay. Just saying. I feel like that should be Ruby Rose's catchphrase for next time someone tries to say she's not gay. And I'll be like, "I was sleeping with women before it was gay," because I feel like she can get away with that. Stratos Radio Blues says, "Same cycle I've seen for a decade now. As soon as people start to notice the class problem in America, it ends up being derailed due to fringe groups." You are so right, Stratos Radio Blues. You are so right. It's sad. It sucks. But you're 100% correct. It's exactly what happened. Is we have a sliver of the real conversation, like with these protests, you know, the handful of people actually sitting down and saying police reform. I was reading one thing today, and I was like, this is perfect, where someone was saying exactly the things I was saying about like mandatory counseling, you know, they were saying mandatory time spent on and off the street, you know, both to prevent burnout, but to keep you in touch. And like these things that you could do, these massive amounts of reform that you could do, like people are just so ready to, "Oh, police brutality, let's give up on police entirely." Like that's not how we treat. It's kind of how you look at you know, how we're supposed to look at people, society, etc., with compassion. This system is broken. Before we just scrap it, let's see if we can fix it. Let's see if this thing is broken. Let's see if we can help it. Let's see if we can put it back together, rather than just say, "This was too difficult. Let's start over." Well, no, that's the attitude that people have today. This is too hard. Let's just scrap it and start again because we're too lazy to have follow through or to tackle real problems. But the reality is there are a lot of things in this world that you might inherit as a mess, that you might come to realize is a giant mess, and you can't just get rid of. You can't just get rid of it. sometimes you got to try to fix it. Now, maybe it can't be, but that's the whole thing is with fixing it too. If you're like, okay, well, the police system is so fucked up, we're never going to fix it. Okay, so do what some communities have done. I was reading more about this a few weeks ago too, where communities who are interested in this abolish the police movement and whatnot, who don't necessarily want to need to defund or get rid of the police department, what they've done is just set up community outreach programs. They've set up sponsors and meetings for people who are coming out of prison or are struggling with drugs and things like that, things to prevent recidivism, things to keep people clean, mediation programs so people can work out disputes before it comes to shooting and stuff like that. And you do these things in your community and you naturally reduce the need for police. You don't have to run around the streets, tearing the whole system down. So that's those are my thoughts. Those are my feelings. Where's the actual conversation about fixing the problem? Well, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Movie Blocks production, AK, is what I'm saying. It's the problem is not sure thing. The problem is not that police officers individually. The problem is the whole system. Exactly that. Some places have even less required. State to state have different requirements for becoming a police officer. But yeah, within 6 months, you can be on the streets. And exactly what I've been talking about, Movie Blocks production, AK. My whole thing, the way I would fix this if I could, is I would basically, my fix would be to say in addition to training, which I would make sure, extended, I would say, I was like, police academy is only a couple months or something. And then a lot of training, without going out on the streets with the training officer and whatnot. Certainly I think police academy should be minimum 6 months, before you even, get to, go in a car with a training officer. And then a training officer should be a minimum another 6 months, at least. But, then with training should be psychological screenings and tests for subconscious bias and things like that, right? Because that's the whole thing. People can have subconscious bias they don't even know about. When you know about it, you confront it and you deal with it. Okay, sometimes just being aware of it is enough. Oh, I have this knee-jerk bias. Great. I have a knee-jerk prejudice against, brown people. Awesome. So whenever I, encounter a brown person on the street, I'm going to know that. I'm going to check myself. I'm going to gut check myself because I know I have that subconscious bias because I've had the opportunity to examine it or have it be examined. I'm just talking to how I would fix the police system. And then you have to have a mental health professional sign off before you can graduate for your police academy. And then it should be at least once a year that you have mandatory counseling and a health professional signing off on your fitness to serve on the streets. Because that's the whole thing. And then, and ongoing use of force training and ongoing sensitivity training. When I say sensitivity training, I don't just mean racial sensitivity training, and stuff like that. But yes, force sensitivity training, but just sensitivity training to the fact, rehumanization training, in the sense that, cops on the streets, especially in rougher areas, they get in that us versus them dehumanized mindset that, they get in the army where they are the enemy and they start seeing every person on the street as the enemy or the potential enemy, and having sensitivity training that allows you to, recontextualize people as people is important. It's time off the streets, rotation. So if you happen to serve in a very a high crime precinct, that perhaps is a rotation where once a quarter you spend a week in a quieter precinct, so that you're not as inundated with the same things. Or also a precinct that has more diversity. It's one of the things I talked about too. It's like, you might not be racist, but if you're a cop in North Philly, the majority of people who live there are black. The majority of people committing crimes there are black because the majority of people who live there are black, and there's a lot of crime there. So if you're a cop who's been working on the streets for 20 years in North Philly, you are going to see patterns of behavior that are 98% of the time going to come from black people, black men specifically. And you're going to see those patterns of behavior in other places. Even if you go somewhere else, you're going to still see those patterns of behavior because those have been ingrained for 20 years. And that's not racism or racial profiling in the sense that someone's actually being racist. But it's you need that sensitivity training. You need that upping of these are all people are people, and what that looks like. So I just think those things. Those are my thoughts. I think the problem can be fixed. I think the problem is the opposite of defunding. In fact, we need to put more funding in some cases, or move around the funding rather than making sure tiny towns that have never even had a large peaceful protest, making sure everyone's equipped with riot gear might not need to be priority number one. Over things like sensitivity training in these towns that probably have, very homogenous populations. And, it's good to be able to deal with, and not even just for racial profiling and stuff, but also like what happens if you encounter someone who doesn't speak English and you don't have a proper translator on board. LA, it's great. LA, you can call up in any of the court buildings. They have a translator for like 800 different languages. That's no problem. But if you're, in bumfuck Alabama, I guarantee you they don't have a Mandarin language speaker on retainer. So, Jeremy would know. We'll ask him what they do in bumfuck Alabama. Monkey Jeebus, absolutely not. Midgets are not. They're clearly half of people. That's an insane question. And just listen to Randy Newman's song if you need to know any more about midgets. So yes. Anyway,
wait. The song's just short. People got no reason.
Midgets are short people.
Everyone's a short person compared to me. So that means no one's got any reason for me.
Means you're gonna kill everybody.
That'd be an awesome thing.
Until you meet Shaq. Shaq's gonna fuck you up.
My knees are in better shape than Shaq's.
Shaq is bigger than you, though.
Oh, I know.
But also
I'm
Shaq,
not even fighting that. My point is, though, his knees are weaker than mine.
But yeah, he can just go like that to you. And the gravity that's going to take to get his hip from up here to where your head is going to be so much that you're just going to die instantly.
I would love to try that because I'll just sue him. If I survive, I'm rich.
I really don't want you to potentially die by the hands of Shaquille O'Neal. It would really color my opinion of Shaq forever.
I just never get a haircut, and I have this natural cushion.
That's true, actually. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not going to save you.
I understand. Anyway.
Rosetta's getting feelsy. I'll read her super chats. She says, I love you, Jesse. I'm emotional tonight. You rock. Well, thanks, Rosetta. I know you've been going through a whole hell of a lot lately. But you are strong and tough as nails. Strong like ox. You rock, too. Speaking of ox, remember the Muskox song?
Yeah, we're not watching it.
Not very dirty.
No. Anyway.
You didn't like the Muskox song? Cleaning Muskox very, very easy, mate. Cleaning Muskox very, very easy, mate. Rosetta Allen says, my girl, I miss you. Your hands smell like dick. That smells like
what
dick.
about this one?
Less so. But maybe a little. Yeah, not as much. More dick. Oh, now that one's smelling like dick, too. Dick. No dick.
Let's play America's favorite game show, folks. Dick or No Dick with your host, Howie Mandel.
I love you.
His head looks like a dick because he's bald.
I missed you too, Rosetta. You're a lot of fun. All right. I think, personally, it's probably about that time for Mad Libs. You guys know I'm dealing with life things and stuff. So you guys have all been incredibly supportive people as I've been, dealing with life, confronting life. We will be back on Thursday. Heads up before I get into Mad Libs and all that shit. We will be back on Thursday. We're going to be doing a Thirsty Thursday light. Jeff and I are still recovering from last week, maybe. We might not be.
No, you just have shit to do on Friday.
I do have shit to do on Friday. We cannot have a
repeat
of Wednesday. But whatchamacallit? Why can't I have words? Yes. We are. What? You don't need that for the egg rolls.
Your microwave?
We cooked. They're cooked already. I mean, you can heat them in the oven if you want.
That's what I was doing.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Reusable. So you can always just throw it in the toaster oven's harder to get to now.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's the next step is just going through there. I got to clean off those grates, which I'm not looking forward to because the last thing we cooked on was fish. But then we'll put that away and we'll be able to use our toaster again.
I just stood off camera and talked the entire time.
It's funny because we can actually see your face in the mirror. It actually looks really cool right now. If you just talk to them, you just stand there and talk to the mirror the whole time.
No.
How
am I going to come in for the Corona kids?
That's true. Oh, my ears.
Yes, their ears. They're lovely ears.
Flaming TP, he still has to adjust it and stuff. He's not using it without me. He doesn't need to use it without me for those things. But
I walked off for a second. How could I even do anything to?
I don't think he means now. Just he was joking about.
Oh God,
that.
It is a joke, man. Like we do it.
We definitely. No, I mean, I assume maybe you hold your dick when you pee sometimes, or
no, I do that thing where I wave my arms up here like this.
just went.
No wonder
there's so much splash on the walls.
Right? Actually, I'm trying to get enough force to get to the ceiling. I just don't drink enough water anymore. That's why I'm always dehydrated and kind of loopy.
But I'm assuming at some point there's Dick. I don't know. You've adjusted your junk or something since we banged earlier.
We'll bang, okay? It's from a video game. YouTube poop. We'll bang, okay?
Rosetta Allen says, I'm telling Tom you did dueling banjos for me visiting him. No mercy, you nutcase. Why would you invoke the dueling banjos ever? Why would you invoke? So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, we're gonna play Mad Libs. I will be back. I might have a video up for you guys in the next few days. I got incensed by an article about, guess what? Naughty Dog. It's really The Last of Us 2, obviously, and I might just scream and yell about it for a little bit. And yeah. So, God, Beth is ready for Mad Libs. So, words, yes. Ooh. So Mad Libs. We will be back on Thursday. We've invited Tom. Tom says he's going to drink for me. I'm very excited. So Tom from Midnight's Edge will be there. We haven't officially invited Go Big Boy or Go Home yet, but I'm assuming he's around somewhere. Sean, you coming on for Thursday for Thirsty Thursday? That's Go Big Boy Sean, obviously. Consummate TP Sean does not drink, but we'll definitely have to have him on sometime. Why did I accidentally click? All things to accidentally click on. This is what I accident
when you do it intentionally, Jesse.
It was not. Oh my God.
Anyway, so Two Girls, One Cup was the worst thing ever created by humanity, and I hate it.
It's pretty bad.
We watched it in college.
I got to the part where the poop starts coming out, and I was like, "Bye."
Well, I wasn't even bothered by that. It's when she starts to eat it.
Nope. I stopped. It looked so fake too, because like at first it looked like poop, but then it looked like just like weird foam.
I'm gonna look it up and see if it was real.
I don't care. Beth really wants us to use elephant diarrhea. In the meantime, Jeff,
yeah, let's do.
First of all, we're doing the After Darks.
Yeah.
Where are they?
It's next to here. I actually saw it earlier. That's why I picked After Dark. It's like right over here, wasn't it?
Didn't it end up over there at some point? Or do we put them back?
I
might be up there.
Hadass.
I think Hadass put them up there at some point, but I don't know if they got. Yes, they ended up back here. She was digging through this stuff and things she didn't know.
Things I didn't think I would ever Google. Was Two Girls, One Cup real?
Oh my God, I love you. All right. Ooh, so I actually have to play tonight since there's only two. I mean, we could just go through the chat forever, but I like.
Oh my God, it's not. That's a trailer to a movie. Two Girls, One Cup is the unofficial nickname of the trailer for The Hungry Bitches, a 2007 Brazilian scat fetish pornographic film produced by MFX Media. The trailer you don't even need to know, but it's got its own Wikipedia page. Oh God, is it real? In 2007, video sites, including YouTube, were flooded with videos for reactions of first-time viewers.
I remember that. You should have taken my reaction. It was pretty hilarious. I walked out, though. I was like, I don't want to watch this. And so I went and made new friends. Oh, shit!
We finished the first half?
We finished. We officially finished the first half of this book. That was our Mad Libs. What was this official title? The world's adult Mad Libs, the world's greatest dating game. Okay. Guess what we've got next? Kama Sutra Mad Libs. The world's greatest sex game. I'm so excited. All right. And keeping with our new tradition, I am not telling you the title. We're just going to play. And, well, that's perfect, actually, because the first noun was in the chat was or the first chat option was a noun. So we're giving it to Beth. We're giving her elephant diarrhea.
Oh God, we're giving Beth elephant diarrhea?
We're giving Beth elephant diarrhea because we care. All right, Jeff, we're going to start with adjectives. Chat, if you want to work on your next word, you will get another noun. So if you guys like to work on that.
So that's adjective?
Adjective.
I'm going to go word I've never given before. Crunchy.
Crunchy. Let me go with one of my favorites, bloody. Jeff, you get another adjective. All right, so chat, you guys are working on nouns for me, please.
Because I'm reading the Wikipedia page, poopy.
This is going to be terrible. Plural noun. Cats. Cats.
I would rather have some katsu instead of cats, but hey.
Well, cat. All right, chat. What do we got? Peen, nipple clamps, cowgirl. That's fun. Bloody twat. Spider monkey. That's so charming. Let's use spider monkey.
Fair. It's one
Old school Jeremy.
1 week we should have a super clean one. It's like, folks, give us your nicest, cleanest words.
We'll do that for one of
Shucks.
these because
Yeah.
it'll be funny for Kama Sutra shit. All right. Chat, you guys are working on a plural noun next. Chili Peas is my. I gotta let everyone. Chili Pea, we're playing Mad Libs. So every third suggestion I give to you guys. So I know you're gonna have a great time, but you guys are working on plural nouns. So Chili Pea, do your worst. Drop any plural nouns in the chat as well as the rest of you. Jeff, a number seem to play.
5011.
5011. It was such a joy to rediscover that Lil Jon invented that word.
Yeah.
Been at the club 5011 times?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I have an exclamation.
What do you scream every morning?
Oh, shit.
And?
Oh, God, oh, God.
No,
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, God, thank you. I was actually saying, shit pancake! I was like, you always scream shit pancake. You don't just say it's shit pancake.
That is an exclamation.
I mean, thanks for building me up, yo, but hey.
Oh, Jeff, you're so big.
Let's be honest, you don't actually say words. You're just like...
Sometimes I do. I say, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God a lot. I know that. I say, oh, Jeff a lot. So I just say Jeff. I say, yeah. I say... Blah, 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 blah.
That's true.
Apparently accurate. All right, chat. We got balls, a raspberry vinaigrette, roasted nuts, SJWs, crack.
Wait, aren't SJWs and roasted nuts the same thing?
Ah! Shiitake mushrooms would be a good exclamation. Nice, Filthy Ninja Turtles. It does also work as a plural noun, which is a good one. Buttocks. Also good. Drunk alligators. Fart hurricane.
Please use that one. I've never heard that before. Have you?
Fart hurricanes. No.
Wait, did a fart hurricane cause the movie Crawl?
Maybe.
That was such a fun movie.
That was sweet. Enjoyed that so much. That was it. You want what I always think is fun? Any movie that has a hurricane, if they don't make good use of the eye, fuck them. This made excellent use of the eye. I won't spoil it since it's still a relatively recent film.
We should watch The Hurricane Heist so you can scream at that movie.
But yeah, any movie that doesn't I've heard of this movie. Any movie that doesn't use the eye of the hurricane as like a natural way to build suspense, like you're doing it wrong. Can fart hurricanes pick up sharks from the ocean? Oh God. Sharknado. There you go. Sharknado.
That's a film that needs to be made.
Sharknado. Oh God.
It's like Sharknado, but crappier.
Wait, no, it should be the original one should be Sharknado, and it should be a Sharknado full of sharks that fart, right? And then the sequel will be Revenge of the Shark, and it'll be Dueling Tornadoes, the fart Sharknado against an actual Sharknado. That's just shit.
I dig it. Now I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring and say, folks, I want to crowdfund my own movie, Queefnado. Sounds like a lot more fun.
And then the third one will be
Revenge of the Slit.
That'll be the third Sharknado movie where Queefnado takes on the Sharknado.
So it's like Tara Reid and Shannon Doherty are having like an online queef off or something, and it starts to a Queefnado. Like how does the Queefnado grow?
This is your movie.
Yeah, but
Zach Blackfire says I'm in for the Queefnado. You would be. You like big assholes and you cannot come. We need to make that shirt. Because I need to send him one too. That's one part of the promise. It's still going to happen, Zach Blackfire. If anything changes address-wise, just keep me updated until you will hear from me. I will let you, Zach Blackfire, when I do get that shirt out, I will let you know specifically it's happening. It is sent. So if you have any address updates before you get the, hey, I sent this shirt, just shoot it to that email. Make sure that I can get it to you. I want to make sure you get it. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, chat, you guys are working on a verb next. Wokenado. That would be a scary movie. And Jeff is also working on a verb. Spush.
I'm gonna pick massage.
Massage. I like that word. Is that foreshadowing?
I mean, if you'd like one, we can watch Burn Notice and rub each other's bodies. You know, my name is Michael Weston. I used to be in Spy.
He's
so
a spy. Oh wow.
we got burned those black. We are really obsessed with that
I
show.
do love that show.
And we are completely stone cold sober. We just act.
This is straight up, guys. There is nothing in our bodies. No substances.
Some LaCroix
Some
and a little bit of sugar that we
some
had.
last on. Maybe that's it. We've been off sugar for a few days, and that little bit of sugar made us go, wait, no, because we did that to eat the sugar.
Yeah. Then let's
Can
be
I have
honest.
it, Eckhart?
We also didn't take days off sugar because we had those drinks yesterday.
Aha!
You had your sweet,
That's true.
bubbly blue tea, and I had a Queef shake.
How was your Queef NATO shake? Does that count as cheating?
No, you were here when I drank it.
You're saying if you drank a bunch of women's queefs, does that count as cheating?
The reason to say no is because a queef is air, and I'm breathing in air right now.
That's fine.
I don't know what the chemical composition of a queef is, so hydrogen, oxygen, whatever else.
You had a
is
much
down.
more succinct. You were on to something. You had a much more succinct version, which is drinking other women's queefs is only cheating if me smelling other men's farts is cheating. So because it's the same principle.
Well, I just wanted to be like air is everywhere, so I'm always breathing in someone's queef, so I'm not cheating on you.
I like my fart example. It had farts in it. So I was going to put down retarded as my adjective, but because it's one of my favorite adjectives. But then I heard spush meow, and my adjective is spush.
A
Spoosh. Rosetta Allen says, I vouch for you. You are this crazy live and sober. Rosetta was there.
Yeah.
She can vouch.
Our lives are
because she asked, we weren't even drunk yet when I got up and danced to Baby Got Back.
I had that video.
I don't even think before Rosetta.
We should put it on your Patreon. Wait, if I have a video, we should Patreon.
We should.
Oh
Oh my god. This is not the usual response. Usually it's someone being offended by that, not someone laughing. Chili Pete is rapidly becoming my new favorite sort of semi-troll. He's a nice.
I don't think he's a troll because if you pay attention to the shit he actually says, like in the interim, he has some really valid points, and then he's just like, "My sister's retarded." Oh, okay.
I'm saying troll like the way he talks and masculinities, you know, our fun trolls, like Mr. Another and stuff like that. Some of the shit he says, holy crap! Just go through and catalog some of the things that he said. Perambulate. Ooh, old school Jeremy is just freaking tonight. Perambulate's a very good verb. Do you know what it means?
Just remind me to not walk, right?
To walk you typically in a rambling sort of manner.
So I was right. Yeah.
Yes, because ambulatory and perambulate.
You know where I learned that from?
I don't know.
The Simpsons.
Hey.
They actually have a fight, like ambulatory. They're just like using two different words to describe walking, and they're like arguing over the synonyms.
Yeah, perambulate typically has the connotation of having a more meandering path.
So like our daily lives.
Yeah, we perambulate through our lives, but it can just mean walk. Yep. Okay. Grind it. We have so many good ones now. Grind, gyrate, perambulate, squiggle. The plug 78. Yes, you will. So you have this link already. So you're watching. We're unfortunately wrapping up already for the night. Working through our Mad Libs and stuff. But the plug 78. You have the link already. So as soon as this is done, you can just. But save the link. This will be live for a while. I do eventually delist my streams, but this one will be up for a while. So you'll be able to just find it from my channel, and just if there's ever a time, it goes for anyone, if ever like this was this live stream I loved or I missed or whatever it was, I would love this live stream. I have all the links, so they're all unlisted, not set to private or anything. I can shoot you the links if you want to take a real real dive. Most of them are posted on my Twitter. So
you say a nose dive?
I was just trying to think of
cocaine? Dive
into it, but maybe. Rosetta Allen says, yes, I have a video of your standing lap dance. Yes. Okay. Make sure we have that too. Because that's valuable. We're gonna sell it for
a little middle, but you got much back.
So where are we? So we're still picking a verb from the chat. We didn't pick one yet.
Dangle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Especially for Kama Sutra stuff.
We haven't used that one ever.
Lieutenant Dangle.
There you go. Dangle. Inundate. All these good ones. Wish we had a million more verbs because you guys are knocking it out of the park here.
Poopaneering.
I love it. Shit. Piss. Cracking. Crackling. Crackle. That's a good one.
Like poop cracklins?
I don't know.
We're called dingleberries.
I did like squiggle.
How about Hingle McCringleberry?
Hingle McCringleberry. One of my favorite, all-time favorite college players.
Yeah, he's the best. I prefer Florida State. You're like, what are you guys talking about?
Oh my god.
Right. What is it? My word?
Flaxa, claxic, jaxic, whatever it is. Flaxa. That's one. Anyway. Ha Clinton Dix, another one of my favorites. Actual person.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. That's the best one ever. Nothing will ever be better than Aaron Rodgers. You know what's funny? I don't even since he did that, ever since he did that, and I don't think people don't even realize where it came from. People just call me Aaron now. Like, that's his nickname. He's just Aaron. Okay. Of course, so you guys are working on a silly word. A silly nonsense word. Have at it. Jeff, of course, is working on a part of the body, plural.
Ooh, I'm working on a part of your body. I mean, the body.
Later, sweetie.
Plural.
Your Seltzer spit on me. Your schmelzer spit on. Long dong soda. Hey, Robert's here.
Plural.
We're gonna see him in like 2 weeks. I'm excited.
Plural part of the body. I'm gonna go with kneecaps.
What about ears?
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Ears.
Stink ears.
Head, shoulder, my stink ear. My stink ear. Okay. So y'all are working on your silly word. I am working on an adjective. Oh, I can use retarded now. All right. Chat. Jellicle. No. Okay, I had never seen Cats ever before that time that I may or may not have gotten really high with my friends and gone to see it on Christmas, the new one on Christmas, just to be horrified. It worked. It was horrifying. So now I've heard all of those songs. So now I recognize every time Princess Carolyn's phone rings in BoJack, it's the Jellicle Cat song. And every time I'm like, oh God, I just have terrible flashbacks. Zoe picked pickles. Wow, you're really on the jellicle. Pahapulous. Pickle fucker. Tutti effing fruity. I like it with the effing.
No, do you know what movie that's from?
No.
All right.
Okay. Moldify. Looty cootie.
That's
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Maybe we've used that
how
one
about
before.
cockstrapped?
Cockstrapped. Yes, proper. Oh, is this Mad Libs or madness? Peef. I kind of like peef.
Yeah, milkweed.
Double-loxious Jabberwocky. Always a good one. The male queef appear. Oh my god. Cooter toppling or pooter snorkeling.
Oh, please use cooter snorkeling.
Pooter snorkeling.
Cooter snorkeling.
I can combine and make it cooter snorkeling.
I like cooter snorkeling.
Cooter snorkeling. Schnog-doogling.
Put an umlaut somewhere in that.
I might take schnog-doogling just because it's very
funnier.
silly. It definitely fits.
It's a Dr. Seuss word.
No, all right. So if I put the umlaut over the first O, how would I pronounce that?
Snoog-doogling.
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 Snoog-doogling. Snoog-doogling.
Use a crazy made-up word. A woman's fart.
Because it doesn't exist.
They exist.
Jeff knows all too well. All right, thank you guys. These are great. These are just great. Read Tutor Pooter. Oh man, Cats was horrific. I'm trying to read this. Toolistical. Okay, I give up. Shag snogging. That's another good one. Bandersnatch. I still haven't seen that episode. That was a Choose Your Own Adventure one that they did. I think. I wonder if I would imagine that a smart TV is capable of doing. Did you hear about that one, right? It was the Black Mirror one. Oh, this one got all the attention. It was the God, TPY. I guess we have our last word. That's perfect actually because it was a noun from the chat. I guess we're going to look it up first on Urban Dictionary because Flaming TV is making us.
I'll look it up while you talk.
Thank you. So it was literally a Choose Your Own Adventure TV show, like a TV episode of Black Mirror, where like there were points where you got to choose what happened. And so you could sit there and go through every iteration at some point if you wanted to. And if you didn't, apparently though, if you didn't have the interface to make the selections, it just played straight through fork in the road. Every option plays out.
That would be terrible.
That would be a terrible way to watch it.
By the way, I googled German plunger and I got this.
Toilettenkolben.
How to say it in German?
Toilettenkolben.
Wait, let's figure it
Toilettenkolben.
Toilet
Toilet plunger.
out. Hey, let me see what. Hold on, real quick.
I will look up the Urban Dictionary.
I'll look it up, but I want to see something. Since he said look it up, This is what flaming TP would be in German.
Flammen-TP.
Flammen TP.
Let's see what.
Ooh, what would fire fart be in
Oh.
German?
Wait, close your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Guess what this is?
Sinnlose
I saw it, I saw
Unterhaltung.
I did see already. I would not have been able to guess. I saw the
Sinnlose
thing.
Unterhaltung.
Sinnlos Unterhaltung.
Yeah, it's mindless entertainment. Let me
That's
look
neat.
up fire fart.
Yeah,
Is that one word or two?
I would. It's for translation purposes
Yeah,
too.
because it'll just come out.
Yes.
Feierfahrt.
You need for
Fire
translation
fart.
purposes. It must be too.
Because far is to drive, so it's basically a driving one. Wow! If you separate it, it's this.
Vier Geschwindigkeiten.
Vier Geschwindigkeiten. We have a really great word for. That's one of those. We put a bunch of things together. I'm assuming
That's-
smelly wind, something.
Flaming, smelly wind.
Flaming,
of fires.
smelly fire wind. Rosetta Allen says, "Good night, dear muscles relaxers, knocking me out." I figured. Well, if you're on muscle relaxers, the next logical thing is going to sleep. Schadenfreude is a great word, Shadzar. That's my second favorite German word.
Penisbutter.
Penisbutter. That's my second favorite German word. It was my favorite German word until I discovered Backpfeifengesicht. And now that's my favorite German word, which literally means you won't get it from there. But if you go the other way,
Ins Gesicht.
if you flip it the other way and type in Backpfeifengesicht, it should translate. It's like a face in need of a punch. Is
Okay.
the direct translation. Colloquially, a very punchable face. Yes, it did say penis butter. Your ears are good. Kung fu farting.
Ein Gesicht, das einen Schlagwort.
I'm going to list up. You are now just translating random things into German, and I would like this stream to end eventually.
Yeah, like the end. Yeah.
So I'm going to look this. Your whole job was
Oh,
to
yeah.
look up toilet plunger.
German
German plunger on Urban Dictionary. You had one job.
Wait,
So,
I actually got the English to German dictionary. Fine.
you need help.
I'm afraid of what I'm going to find is the whole point. Ah!
What is it?
When a girl sucks your dick and another girl sucks your balls. I got a German plunger from those two hot-ass girls last night by Parma Pimp. It's from September 8th, 2005. 23 thumbs up, 12 thumbs down. Get a German plunger mug for your dad manly.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that was an education. Well, that's now in this. That's now canon. It's now part of
Wow,
the
look at
Kama
this word.
the
Read it
Kama
out loud.
Sutra.
That's just got to shoot. Look at the thumbs up to thumbs down.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's-
So
what's
adjectives. We
for
both
me?
finish off with adjectives.
Pointy.
Pointy.
Like Batman's ears.
Pointy. You know, she pancake. I'm gonna do stinky. I like a stinkier. If I had had a noun, I would have done stinkier, but I had no nouns. That's not true. I had one plural noun.
That's okay. He only has one stink ear, though.
Guess what I wrote for my plural noun?
What?
Cat.
Don't fix it. You made a mistake. Live with it.
Okay. All right. Would you like to entertain the chat? Dude, what have you wrote? God, Chili Bean. Fortunately, I'm not super religious, so I would just not care.
You know what? I'm gonna pick. Hey, folks in the chat. I'm gonna translate one of your names into German. How's
Oh,
that?
God.
No, I should pick a different language.
Ooh, we're only 7 likes away from 100, guys, and we're almost at the end of the stream. So just hit the thumb, press the like button if you haven't done so already. Someone says, Chili Bean says, try Brock Hussein in German. Brock. Okay, I'm gonna fill this in the meantime.
I'm gonna look up chili bean in German, and it comes in.
Chili Karotte.
Chili carota.
I wonder what a peen is. What it thinks a peen is.
Like a ball peen hammer.
Oh, I guess.
Let's see. What would?
Oh God! Sorry, I'm reading this as I'm filling in.
Oh God. Okay. Let's see. Self-loathing. Tranny. Jeremy.
Oh God! How do you spell diarrhea?
DIA.
Selbsthasstraining Jeremy.
Let's see. I don't know how to spell diarrhea.
I always forget where the H goes.
DIARRHEA.
D-A-R-R-H.
Diarrhea.
So remember, it's like Rhea at the end, like the
Like the girl's name.
one of the like the girl, she's the mother of Gaia, the Earth goddess, in the Greek mythology and stuff. Jesse, look at check. Just read this for Shadzar.
Just it's spelled Taco Bell.
Thanks, Shadzar. You're the best. If that wasn't a chat suggestion, I would have just changed it to that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. I don't think we're prepared for what we've gotten ourselves into.
Oh shit! Here we go.
No, I don't think we're prepared for this. Oh god. Oh god. This is too funny. Oh god. What? Oh, this doesn't make any sense and it's terrible and I love it. Okay.
While you're reading that, here's another translation, folks. Let's play a game. What can you translate? All right.
Clark war das erste, was seit einer Weile im Bett war, und der sechste war der Boogeyman meines Lebens.
All right, any German speakers out there? What the hell did that just say?
Clark is the first thing that was in bed in a while, and sixth was the boogeyman of my life.
Did you just randomly do the?
Press the center button a bunch.
Oh my god, I hate when you do this.
Oh, how do you hate that? It's so fun.
It's.
I'm gonna type in your name and.
Well, I only hate it. Sorry, I only hate it when you only send me a audio text of the German and I have no idea what it is, or the text of the German. I have no idea what the fuck it means, and I got to go through and fucking back translate
this
it.
was all center pressed. Now just do the English.
Jesse, milestone is a good time to leave here, and I'll be there for you to the future references to the new Star Wars celebration and how much 58 inches will be.
What? Vaguely sexual?
Vaguely weird.
Vaguely sexual. Very weird.
Very weird.
Clearly weird.
Oh god. Oh. This is just getting more ridiculous by the moment. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god. Describe. Now I want to read our copy. This is getting me excited for it. I guess I can tell you can tell them the title if you want.
What is it? Kama Sutra 101.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
The perfect inch.
58 inches of Jesse milestone.
All 58 inches. That'd be really short.
Yeah. You wouldn't be the lovely 5'7" that you currently are.
Oh god, how does this work?
I don't even know.
How does none of this make sense? Oh god.
I don't even know who you are.
Oh god. Oh god. This is okay. Our silly word. This book would be canceled. This book would be canceled because our silly word is definitely an example of racism. Not like the word we chose, but just like any silly word, like just putting a silly word here just is automatically racist.
All right, let's
well, you'll hear what it is in a second. It's just funny because, like, obviously we don't give a shit, but it's just funny today in like today's culture. Like, you couldn't actually write this passage because that's just automatically racist. This serious thing, that serious thing, silly word. What? Oh God. All right, here we go, guys. You ready for Kama Sutra 101? You can say you are, but you're really not. Get ready. Prepare yourselves. We're over that 100 like threshold, so hooray. We're caught up on super chats, so hooray. And Kama Sutra 101 it is. The Kama Sutra is a crunchy Indian Hindu text all about bloody intercourse.
Oh.
Despite what you may think, the Kama Sutra isn't just an elephant diarrhea manual, though it can be used for that too.
Ew!
It's also a guide as to how to live a poopy life. That makes sense. Many cat believe that the Spider Monkey Sutra was written between 400 BC and 5011 CE.
Oh, God. So it still has been written, possibly?
Possibly not. Shibige, who knew our great-great-grandfart hurricanes could massage so well? Some chapters in the Kama Sutra describe spush lessons, like how to acquire and dangle a wife.
Oh.
How to caress, kiss, and bite with your kneecaps. And how to become friends with your exes. Don't! The Kama Sutra also covers the 4 retarded goals of life. Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Schnoogdoogling. See what I mean? Even if you're reading it just for the pointy pictures. The pointy? That was your word, right? Pointy? I wrote point. Clearly I'm struggling today.
Point pictures?
The point pictures. The pointy pictures. The Kama Sutra can also help you become a more stinky person in and out of the German plunger room.
If you're a stinky person getting a German plunger, you got game.
So that is Conversation 101. You see what I mean? That was like Dharma, Artha, just karma, and then just put a silly word here
Schniedelhafen.
to that conversation about cultural appropriation.
This show has come full circle, and it's time to close out the stream.
Oh, shall we get the Corona Kiss ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Corona Kiss. The Corona Kiss is forever. As long as there's Corona beer, there is Corona Kiss. So, thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. It was so delightful to be here. It was nice to be back, get back in the saddle. After when I tried to do it last week and it ended up with sadness, alcohol and sadness. And oiled kneecaps with the new turn on. Thanks, Shadows Radio Blues. All right. Well, the theme of the night is cultural appropriation.